welcome to day 5 of the 2017 World Para Swimming Championships here in Mexico City. Day 5 means 29 gold medals are up for grabs. Well, we've got 17 races this evening. We've already had 12 gold medalists in the morning session. Welcome to the Francisco Marquez Olympic Swimming Pool, host, of course, to the 1968 Olympic Games. An iconic venue, a wonderful crowd has greeted us so far this week. And as we go into day 5, one thing that's been consistent all the way through is the man next to me. Hello, Paul Noble.
Hello, Alan March. Good to be here tonight for another session of great swimming in Prospect here. As you said, we saw some excellent races this morning. Some people just keeping their true form under wraps for the final this evening. We are in for a treat in a number of events, and we've also got the host nation as well involved, so it's always a great atmosphere when they are on the medal podium. So let's hope for more Mexican medals tonight.
So if you are indeed joining us, hello, thank you very much for spending your time with us. The officials are out on poolside. If you joined us yesterday, you'll know that we started off with around about 25 to half an hour's worth of medals from the morning session. We're going to do that indeed again here tonight. So Paul will take you through the highlights of the action from this morning as he goes through those medal ceremonies. And you know, Paul, when we talk about people perhaps swimming within themselves, there's no harm in that as long as you don't get it wrong.
Yeah, that's it. It was fairly straightforward qualification for some people. You see the two Brazilians, Andre Brazil and Felipe Rodriguez, the two big stars of these championships, of many championships in the past, just taking it a little bit easy this morning. They're in the outside lanes. I expect them to go a little bit faster tonight. SB 1200 breaststroke for women starts us off. It's finals all the way tonight, and medal ceremonies interspersed between those finals. The 400 freestyles, always fascinating. We'll see the lead change hands in them, I'm sure. 100 butterfly and 50 butterfly events as well. Men's 100 butterfly, that's the one I mentioned before. The two Brazilians go in that one, Andre Brazil and Felipe Rodriguez. So we'll wait to see what kind of form that they are in. As I said, taking it very easy. And of course, we finished the night with the men's 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. So Brazilian teams will be back in for that as well, trying to do the relay double.
If you do want to get in touch with us, you can use the hashtag #ParaSwimming. That's hashtag #ParaSwimming. If you want to get any questions into us, or just give us your reaction to the events taking place. A section of crowd there. There's quite a few American spectators, as there has been all throughout the course of these championships. A lot of people in the crowd. We are indeed going to start off with those medal ceremonies. Over to you, Paul.
Well, thanks, Alan. The first one we are going to see is the men's 100 breaststroke SB11. This is one of the finals that was swum in this morning's session. If you did join us this morning, you'll see that the USA took the first gold of the day. And that went to the man in the middle, Karen Drake. Real emotional scenes on the podium for the swimmers, and the coach on the left-hand side from the Czech Republic, Miroslav Šmrka from the Czech Republic, and the new president of the IPC, Andrew Parsons, is making these first presentations of the evening. Just elected president a couple of months ago. It's good to see him here at these major championships here in Mexico City. Well, Andrew Parsons making his first presentation of the night to Mindaugas Divilaitis from Lithuania. Young man we first saw a couple of years ago. He was in the World Championships in 2015, also in the European Championships as well. He's competed, it's his first medal for Lithuania for 19 years, so great effort there from the Lithuanian swimmer to claim the bronze medal. And an emotional time for Miroslav Šmrka. You saw him hugging his coach there as he was led onto the medal podium. 54 years of age for Miroslav Šmrka. And again, it's his first time on the medal podium, just wiping away the tears. The man from the Czech Republic gets his hands on a major international medal. Couldn't do much about the winner from the USA. He was the quality of this field, Karen Drake. that he might challenge the world record. I'm sure he will try and have a go at that in the years to come. Tyrone Drake, he was silver medalist in Rio, he's gold medalist tonight in these Mexico City World Championships. An excellent swim, a time of 1:15.70 to take gold, and first gold of the 5 goes to Tyrone Drake from the USA. Enjoying that one. Miroslav Chmerka. This is the SB11 class, swimmers with no vision at all. And gold and silver medalists embracing there. Mindaugas Ivalautis from Lithuania. Second ever World Championship medal for the Lithuanians. Gold to the USA, silver to Czech Republic. Swimmers with no vision at all, of course, they had to wear blacked out goggles in the race. Had the tappers to tell them where the finish and the turns were swimming in the pool. Great athletes, these ones. And Tyrone Drake got the potential to be one of the best ever, edging his way closer to that world record time. And Miroslav Chmerka, well, he cannot believe it. That's just what it means to these athletes here to get a medal at the major championship. Next medalists on their way out. And 2 medals for Kazakhstan. Gold medal for Belarus. Bronze medalist from Kazakhstan, Andrei Afanasyev, just 19 years of age. He was 8th in the final of the World Championships last time around. Now he's on the medal podium with a bronze medal in this 100 breaststroke. SB12. Just behind his teammate, Anwar Akhmetov. He was the flag bearer for the Kazakhstan team in the Paralympic Games in Rio. 24 years of age, 112.09 for Akhmetov. Takes the silver medal for Kazakhstan. Gold medalist going to Belarus. Vladimir Izotel was Paralympic champion back in 2016. Previously world champion back in 2013. He's on top of the medal podium again. Belarus, very healthy position in the medal table here at these championships. And another gold medal for the country of Belarus. after that anthem of Belarus. But it's not all about Ihar Boki. Samir Izotau joining in. The gold medal rush for Belarus. He takes the gold ahead of the two Kazakhstanis, Akhmetov and Fanasiev. Another couple of medal presentations to come, another 3 more in fact, before we get on our way for the swimming action. The men's 200 freestyle S4 is next, and well, let's just listen for the ovation that these medalists will receive. They make their way onto the medal podium. Host country of Mexico. We've had 4 days of competition. We've had 5 gold medalists so far on those previous 4 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men.
And on day 5, we have another Mexican at the top of the medal podium. Standing ovation for the swimmers from the crowd as they come out to see gold medal presentation to Gustavo Sanchez Martinez.
The medals will be presented by. Las medallas serán presentadas por Horacio de la Vega, President of the local organizing committee. Bronze medal representing Mexico. Medalla de bronce representada México.
Right, we only have 2 swimmers on this one.
Jesús
Bronze medal
Hernández Hernández.
could go to Jesus Hernandez.
Silver medal representing Czech Republic.
A little bit of
Medalla de plata
difficulty
representado a
the other day
República
when we
Checa.
saw him.
Jan
Distress after
Babisil.
one of his races, not making his way to the medal podium. He was okay to swim this morning though. Hernandez, bronze medalist. The silver medalist, Jan Povisil from the Czech Republic. Swam an excellent race last night in the 50 freestyle. He took gold on that occasion.
Gold medal and 2017 World Para Swimming Champion.
Silver tonight for Jan
representing
Povisil, but the
Mexico.
gold medalist, and listen to the ovation for
Medalla
Gustavo
de oro
Sanchez
y campeona
Martinez.
representando a México. Gustavo
Well, a young
Sánchez
man,
Martínez.
23 years of age. He's a real hero of his country, but he won 2 golds in the London Paralympic Games of 2012. He won the world title a year later in 2013. Since then, he hasn't been on top of the medal podium until now. And what a time to do it in his home country.
Damas y caballeros, escuchemos
Gustavo
respetuosamente
Sanchez
el
Martinez
himno
is
nacional
the
de
world
México.
champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Para Swimming medalists. Damas y caballeros, los medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación México 2017. Un fuerte aplauso.
Medalists make their way from the podium. Trishirai fan club in the stands there. And here he is, the champion. The Trishirai fans will have too long to wait for a presentation for their favourite.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200 meters freestyle S5.
Is S5.
Damas y caballeros, la
familiar
ceremonia
figure
de premiación de
of
200
Daniel
metros
Diaz in
estilo
the
libre
centre.
S5 varonil. Bronze medal representing
incredible record
People's
that he has
Republic
in
of
World
China.
Championships. Just keeps
Medalla de
winning
bronce
those
representando a
gold
la
medals, gold
República
medal
Popular
performances for the
China.
great Brazilian.
Lee Jung-seng.
Bronze medalist from China, the 17-year-old Lee Jung-seng. From time of 3:05.74. Jung-seng,
Silver medal
Olympic
representing
champion in
France.
breaststroke, bronze medalist at the World
Medalla de
Championships
plata
in
representando
2017.
a Francia.
And another 17-year-old on the other side of the podium. It's Théo Curin from France. Man, we came to our attention
Gold medal.
about a year ago in the European Championships. He took silver medal then. Silver medal now at the
Gold
World
medal at
Championships.
2017
But it's always
World
going to be a tough
Wrestling
ask to get
Champion
in ahead
representing Brazil.
of the great champion from Brazil, Daniel
Medalla
Diaz.
de oro y campeón
Brazil's
representando a
most
Brasil.
decorated
Daniel
Paralympian ever.
Diaz.
He is racking up the medals here at this World Championships. I said before, he's doing all the events that he might have done in the past, but the ones he is doing, it's absolute quality, and he's been coming fairly close to his best times ever in
Ladies and
these races
gentlemen,
here.
the national
Daniel Diaz
anthem of
from Brazil. With his
Damas y
29th
caballeros, escuchemos
World
respetuosamente
Championship
el
gold
himno
medal.
nacional de Brasil. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Pro Swimming medalists. Damas y caballeros, los medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación México 2017. Un fuerte aplauso.
Put your hands up for Brazil. I love this country.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women 50 meters freestyle S3. Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación de 50 metros estilo libre S3 femenil.
Sorry for the slight audio issue there. We've been seeing the pictures at least. Let's go back over to Paul, who can take you through the rest of these medal ceremonies.
Oh, you come in, had a good time. Patricia Valle from Mexico, taking the acclaim of her own fan club by the looks of things. Mexican fans over here, they've all crowded round the side nearest to the medal podium. Patricia Valle, she's made it known that this is her last World Championship. She has had 7 World Championships. This is the 7th. She's won medals in all of them. On the medal podium again. It was emotional last night when she took a bronze in the breaststroke. She's got another one today. Patricia Valle of the host country of Mexico. What a way to bow out. Silver medal goes to Alexandra Stamatopoulou of Greece. 3rd medal of the week for the Greek swimmer. She's done well. That silver is 45.79. But the gold medalist, the world record holder, not too far away from that world record. It is Zulfiya Gabidulina from Kazakhstan. She takes that gold in 42.87. She holds the world record at 42.21 set in Rio. 42.87, just half a second outside her own world record. And she is the world champion, Zulfiya Gabidulina from Kazakhstan.
The ceremonies continue. That's the last one for now at the start of day number 5. We'll take you through the schedule in a few moments' time. We'll bring it up onto the screen for you, and myself and Paul will go through that after these ladies have left the podium. A podium that's theirs and deservedly so.
Yeah, Patricia Valle. She has kind of stayed on for her home World Championship. See, her and Juan Reyes and the likes of Arnulfo Castorena have been in the Mexican team for a number of years now. Almost all of them made their debuts at the World Championship back in 1998. Still here, still winning medals on the big stage. And Patricia Valle just waving to the crowd. Could this be the last time that we see her on the medal podium? We said that last night.
Yeah, we did, and it's not. So yeah, that just goes to show what we know. But I think it's isn't it interesting? You get people get to a certain age or a certain point in their career, and they think, oh, that's enough for me. I'm going to jack it in, and that's enough. I've done. We can take a look a little bit closer to home for us. Sasha Kindred in Rio, coming up with a world record in the gold medal swim, and then retiring. you know, and you sort of think, well, if you're still doing it, I know it's a lot on your body. You know, if there's a last thing that I'm, you know, gonna sort of profess is that I'm the fittest person. I'm more of a sort of pygmy hippo. But compared to, you know, you must have got to a point in your career where you thought, I can't carry on. But imagine having that thought, having a gold medal in your hand. Patricia Valle here, by virtue of people not being here or not, has swum a bronze medal swim. She's still being able to do it. That must be then a physical decision. And we are talking about athletes with impairment, so obviously that comes into a rather large play. But how hard is that to make that decision?
Well, it depends on your circumstances, I suppose. It's different for everybody. It's a lifestyle thing as well. If you're a top athlete nowadays, competing at the very top level in para sport, it is you've got to devote your whole life to it. So maybe it's just time for Patricia Valle. She wants to do other things. Same for the likes of Sasha Kindred. He said immediately after he swam in Rio when he won that gold medal in the world record time, yeah, I'm going to carry on for another year. Went home for a month and then suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. It's too hard. I'm going to put my body through another year of torture. And, you know, I've got other things that I want to do in my life, and that's my decision. I've decided to call it a day. And, you know, it's different for everybody. Other people try and hold on, and they don't mind to slip down the rankings. They, as long as they're helping their team, they might make a relay squad, for example. And in that way, in their mind, you know, they are helping their team to achieve their potential, even though as individuals, they're not doing the same thing. So it's different circumstances.
And like any athlete, and you talked about the ones just carrying on, if you've never known anything other, then it scares you to get out of the bubble. You know, to people watching this who perhaps don't know, athletes and people who work in sporting events, we consider it a bubble. You know, there is a world outside of it, and we are aware of it, sort of, but once you're in the bubble, it's hard to get out of it. So decisions to stay on are probably just as hard as decisions to quit. I suppose having children is a big one. We're talking about Sashi there. He still has a young daughter, so maybe feels that now's the time he can spend even more time at home and get that family balance. But for these youngsters, let's take Jess Long for instance. She knows nothing else other than because she's done it from so long. Julie will be the same. You know, there is no particularly adult world in the sense that she's known something else in between. I suppose it's more different for parasport for those that come in due to an impairment that's happened at a later part of life. That they would have that balance they would be able to think of. I'm thinking of Bradley Snyder, for instance, who doesn't always go and compete at every event that happens. I think that's a decision he makes on, do I want to, do I not want to? And so there is a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I suppose the likes of Jess Long picked up a lot of life skills during her swimming career. She's been in the game since she was 12 years of age, and she's still a young lady. She is very, very talented, and there's a lot that she'll be able to do with her career after swimming.
Some swimmers just genuinely get fed up of being wet.
Yeah, well,
do you know what I mean?
Right.
I just can't be bothered.
You said aversion to getting washed. You're looking at me while you're doing that.
I thought that was why you retired.
Oh, yeah. There's the Americans having a little bit of a huddle there. But, yeah, you are right, though, because a lot of these swimmers will have been in the game. They'll be getting funded for a number of years since they've been at school. They won't have any money worries as long as they keep swimming. And to kind of call that a day and think, oh, hang on a minute, how am I going to earn a living now? After we've done it.
If they're anything like me, they've got terrible school grades and can do nothing else. That's why I'm sat here.
We're glad to have you.
Thanks, mate.
Don't let anybody tell you any different.
If you want to get in touch with us, hashtag para swimming. Don't forget, if you haven't had enough swimming, which we don't think you would have done, if you've had enough swimming, you can always watch the Powerlifting event that's also taking place in the same venue. Now, they're kind of half-split buildings. You go down a very long corridor from here, and you eventually find the Powerlifting venue, but it's all part of the same complex, and that's being live streamed as well. So if you do want to watch that instead of us, not sure why, but you can make that decision.
I went in yesterday in between sessions. It was good, yeah.
Good lift. The announcer does that quite a lot.
He does. He doesn't quite keep the same time he takes for the good lift for the no lift. It's very quick. No lift.
No lift. Very serious, very strong sport. And here we go. You see people inside the building here in Mexico enjoying themselves very much indeed. If you're, not only can you get in touch with us using hashtag #paraswimming, you can follow us on Twitter as well, at @para_swimming. Get yourself on the Facebook page as well. And again, if you want to watch all of the action from the powerlifting as well, please do go to the Paralympic.org website, find all the information you need, not just on these two sports, but any activities that you might be interested in. Lots of kids, lots of grown-ups. I've not seen the mascot yet. Paul will tell us all about the mascot. It's a jaguar called
Hawari.
Hawari. You were practicing that for 3 hours with Liz Johnson.
I met Hawari last night.
It's not real, you know.
Well, he looked real.
Am I allowed to say that?
No, he is real, definitely.
What next?
He's on the big
I'm not
screen
gonna
here
break it.
anyway. He's not here in person. Or, well, can a jaguar be in person? In jaguar. He was
I
here
feel
last
like
night,
the
it was
altitude
good.
has got to us a little bit after a while.
He didn't say much, to be fair, but you know, he did a few hand gestures.
Fair enough. Well, we've got a few more minutes before the action gets underway. About one, I suppose. But let's take a look at the first race tonight then, Paul. Women's 100 breaststroke SP12. There are 17 races coming up. Plendritu of Cyprus would be hard-pressed to look past her. However, Zuzilova, whose brother Rory is competing here as well, has an entry time of 1:23.03 on that one. So that's going to be tight, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Plendritu is going to be the favourite. She has won a number of medals internationally. She's won the World Championships in the last 4 games, I think, Carolina Plendritu, so she's looking to retain that title. She's the only representative from Cyprus here. Carolina Plendritu from Cyprus goes in lane number 4. Zuzilova goes in 5. Annabelle Morrow in 3.
In lane number 2,
Full lineup. Fatima Nurbaki goes in 1. Annabelle Moro of Argentina. Fatima Nurbaki goes in 2. No point going in 1, there's nobody there. Lane 3 is Argentina's Annabelle Moro. Carolina Plendritu of Cyprus, as Paul mentioned, the only Cypriot athlete here. Belarus have Anastasia Zuzilova going in 5, and in 6 for Brazil is Raquel Viel. So an interesting start to the evening for sure. The entry times here, Plendritu has 1:22.23. Zuzilova has 1:23.03. It's a heck of a lot to make up, and it is the reigning world record holder as well. From Limassol is Carolina.
Experienced campaigner, first World Championships back in 2002 for the Cypriot. In the red costume, in the middle is Carolina Plendritu, and away to a good start.
It's the first race of the night then, the women's 100 metres breaststroke SP12, 17 races, including this one, still to come, still to find out. 17 more gold medal winners. Off to a great start, as expected, is indeed the lady from Limassol. It's Carolina Plendritu of Cyprus.
In the last 3 World Championships, she took gold. She's been to 5 World Championships. This is her 6th now, and she's looking to retain that title and looking very good at the halfway point. And that's a good split. 35.86 is only half a second outside world record split. So Carolina Plendritu, a real star in Cyprus. She had her own TV show in the lead up to the Paralympic Games in London. She was on the TV every single night. She is well known in Cyprus, and it looks like she is going to get the first Cypriot medal of these World Championships, and it's going to be a gold, I think, for Carolina Plendritu. She comes into the last 10 metres now. She is being pressed lightly by Zuzilova, but it's not good enough for the Belarusian. It's gold for Cyprus and gold for Carolina Plendritu in 1:18.01. Zuzilova in silver medal position, and 3rd place will go to the experienced Annabelle Moro from Argentina.
Well, it's a cracking start for Cyprus. They'll be dancing in the streets of Limassol for sure. Helen Dritu has another goal to her name. And we take a look at the replay here, Paul, and right from the block. There wasn't an inch that she didn't lead here.
She's a very experienced campaigner. She knew, she swam the heat within herself this morning. Was pressed by Zutulava in that heat, but we knew that Pelendritu would have more to give in the final, and that's how it proved. Carolina Pelendritu from Cyprus is the world champion. Zutulava from Belarus in silver medal position. Oro from Argentina, the bronze.
Raquel Viel, nearly 2.5 seconds back on Annabelle Moro in that final medal position. Fatma Nubaki, 1:53.60, which is well inside the entry time, it has to be said. So again, we talk about this quite a lot though, Paul, and this happens for all sports. It's not necessarily always about winning or being on the podium. It's personal challenges, maybe something your teammates or your coaches, staff, have set out for you to get and achieve. I was talking to the Portuguese team earlier in the week, and each race, you know, they don't have many superstar swimmers, if you like, but each race they were looking at somebody to get a certain time rather than a certain position.
Yeah, it's all individual. Individuals will react differently to certain swims. Women's 400 freestyle S9, China's Zhu Jialing in the centre lane, fastest qualifier from this morning, but the Paralympic champion, Barrera Marquez Soto, goes next to her in 3. What about this one, Alan? Marquez Soto and Zhu Jialing, the gold and bronze medalists from Rio, and only a second separated them in the Paralympic Games.
Yeah, spare a thought for Natalie Sims here, 8th in Rio, but being given the opportunity to take a bronze. She's the 3rd fastest in this one, but good luck keeping up with Zhu Jialing and Maria Marquez Soto. Sofia Konkoli in lane 1, Yulia Gorichuk of Israel goes in lane 2. At the other side of the 3, we've mentioned Hannah Aston of the United States in 6. Anna Jovedic goes in lane number 7 for Serbia. Her entry time, the second slowest of the lot, 5:25.21. Konkoli has a 5:28.92. The world record for this, 4:23.81. Can anybody get Natalie Datoy's world record in the women's 400 metres freestyle S9?
I don't think it's going to happen tonight, Alan, but, you know, these swimmers will just keep chipping away at that record time. The great Natalie Dutoy, of course, was an international swimmer before she lost her leg. She went on to compete in the Olympic Games after she lost her leg. She was absolutely phenomenal, so not surprised that her record set in the Beijing Paralympic Games is still standing. But these ladies, such as Nuria Marquez Soto, who leads them through the first 50, they'll chip away at that, and you know, it's not impossible that they'll get there at one point.
No, you take a look at the ages as well. I mean, Zhu Jialing is only 15. It's a 400-metre race, you know. You build up your strength as you get older. She's just 15. She hasn't finished developing at all, in the slightest. Good start here in lane number 3. Maria Marquez Soto throwing down the gauntlet over the first 100 then. 1:10.30 for Marquez Soto, the 18-year-old reigning Paralympic champion, 4:25.56, silver in Glasgow, silver in Funchal. She leads from Zhu Jialing, the 100 fly winner in Rio, bronze in this event. Again, she's another year older, another year stronger, Paul. Interesting to see how she tries to stay with the reigning Paralympic champion. At the moment, not very much.
No, they are different disabilities, these two. It's all in the S9 class, of course. Nuria Marquez Soto, a leg amputee, and Zhu Jialing, a lower arm amputee, as is Natalie Sims as well. Hannah Aston in 3rd place at the moment, just ahead of Natalie Sims. The two USA swimmers having their own private battle for the bronze medal position at the moment. Also going well is Ana Jovovic from Serbia, and Sofia Konkley not out of it either. Neither is Julia Gorbachev. So 5 swimmers all there battling for that 3rd position at the moment, but the top 2 places, as you might have expected, Nuria Marquez Soto and Zhu Jialing away from the others. And Nuria Marquez Soto, such a superb race that she swam in Rio last year. We weren't sure that she was going to beat the Australian favourite Ellie Cole, but Zhu Jialing and Nuria Marquez Soto and Ellie Cole were absolutely together in that 400 freestyle. It was such an epic race that we witnessed there in Rio. Nuria Marquez Soto is built on that, and she looks really strong coming into these championships, you have to say.
250 gone then, 301.75 for Soto, who's doing it so low at the moment. 478 behind is Zhu Jialing, turning in 306.53. Natalie Sims, as we mentioned, 8th last time out in the major competition for this one. It's currently in 3rd position. 4th is Hannah Aston, 100 metre backstroke silver medal winner. 4th in Glasgow. Only the heats in Rio, but should be hoping to try and go a little better here. And to be fair, the battle for bronze is a little bit more thrilling than the battle for gold, it has to be said. 339.79. 2nd, Jialing, 345.28. 100 to go here. This is where the battle is, though, Paul. It's being led by Natalie Sims, but she's got close company. Let's take a look at the turns. 353.92, 354.72, 355.54. There's nothing in that. That might get really interesting over these last 75 metres or so.
Yeah, it does look like Natalie Sims just got the edge on her teammate there, and also going well. Julia Gorbaczuk's not out of this by any means. The Israeli swimmer in lane number 2. As the leader comes to the final turn, Nuria Marquez Soto in 4:17.60. She has a commanding lead over Zhu Jialing of China. They're coming down for the last 50 metres here, and it does look like Nuria Marquez Soto on the way to another gold medal, which will be her 3rd of the week.
Soto into the final 25 metres, and you can't take anything away from this young lady here. Again, another race where we've seen somebody go from the very start, from the blocks, into the lead, and no sign of losing it. It is the young Spaniard. It is the reigning Paralympic champion. He's now world champion again. 4:55.32. It's another gold for Nuria Marquez Soto. Silver for Zhu Jialing, and Natalie Sims is going to hang on here as they come into the battle for bronze. Sims in front of Aston and Gorbachev, but it is Natalie Sims. 5:11.33. Gorbachev splits the Americans into 4th, and Aston finishes in 5th.
There's the champion, Nuria Marquez Soto, a 3rd title for the Spanish swimmer. Wins that comfortably, 4:55.32.
Again, even just the reaction time from the starting block, different to everybody else. He was away much quicker, and Zhu Jialing didn't have an answer for that one.
Just looks completely balanced. Nuria Marquez Soto in the finish. 10-metre lead at the end over Zhu. She is a class act.
Well, again, we about Zhu Jialing being just 15. Our winner is just 18. The bronze medalist is just 20. Soto, Jialing and Sims, they will be on the medal podium a little bit later on. Talking about Zhu Jialing a little bit earlier on, just 15 years of age, so she's got time to grow. In her spare time, she's a basket weaver. There you go. There's something for you in your retirement, your little basket weaver, and then
I'll be good at that.
yeah, I think you will be. Lost her arm in a car accident, age 5. Zhu Jialing, just 10 years ago, adapted to that in life. Now here she is competing at the highest stage, so already a Paralympic champion. How fantastic. So next up, we move the women's 400 metres freestyle S7 final. Nobody in lane 5 here was meant to be Denise Grau. Mackenzie Cohen has the opportunity for another medal here in Mexico City.
Mackenzie Cohen goes in the centre lane here. She'll really be the favourite for this one, especially with the absence of Denise Grau. He is Paralympic champion as part of the treble gold medal winning performances that Mackenzie Cohen did last year in Rio. He's going for the freestyle treble again here. So already gold medalist in the 50 and the 100 free. The 400 free, she is firm favourite for this one. Mackenzie Cohen. She'll be next to Celine Deleuze, one lane down from Belgium. Ida Anderson Wolf closest to us with the yellow cap of Sweden. And at the top, beyond Mackenzie Cohen, we have Neria Barrientos Aron from Spain and Lourdes Ibar Diaz, the outside lane from Dominican Republic. Those two at the top of your screen there, but in the middle of your screen is Mackenzie Cohen, who has immediately gone into an early.
This may well be, Paul, a carbon copy of the last race. This is the women's 400 freestyle S7 classification now. Mackenzie Cohen, the lady we expect to win this, is already away. Already motoring, already using that upper body strength that she has in abundance, the 21-year-old. She is turning in first, with pretty much nothing around her. Take a look at the splits in a second. So 37.07 from Cohen, 5.53 behind is Deloise. So Belgian, 19-year-old, currently holding on to a silver medal. But that one's going to be tight all the way throughout, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so. Close contest already for the minor medals. Also going well is Lourdes Ibar Diaz on the far side. She's still in contention there. Neria Barrientos Aron, the 16-year-old from Spain, just dropping back in these early stages. Mackenzie Cohen goes over the first 100 in 1:17.29, and her performances in Rio just catapulted her to everyone's attention. 3 gold medals in the 50, in the 100, and in the 400. She's going to try and do that again. Mackenzie Cohen coming up to the 150 mark. She has brittle bone disease, same condition as myself. She's affected mostly in her lower limbs. But she's coming up to the turn. She's doing a good job. A number of swimmers in the Paralympic programme with brittle bones. Great Britain had a couple of Paralympians in the past, the Hollis brother and sister. You see Mackenzie Cohen flying the flag for the OI community. Osteogenesis imperfecta.
On the spot, is she better than you?
Probably right now, yes. Because I haven't been in the water for a little while, shall we say.
Since Funchal, the European Championships.
That's right,
You raced a very special competitor, despite you having retired.
That's right, there was a bit of dirty tactics from Mr. March there, I would say, trying to veer into someone there, shall we say. Anyway, let's gloss over that one. My last big event in the pool. Because
people will think that a 6-foot man beat Paul Noble in the pool, and that's not true. Mackenzie Cohen leading 2:38.98. Couldn't have been any further from the truth. 2:19.65 the last turn for Deloise. Can she get any closer? This is quite frightening from Mackenzie Cohen. You can only beat what's in front of you, I suppose, but she is acres in front here. There is the potential she might finish before the others have turned to the last turn, because it's getting further and further. Good battle though for these other medals. These ladies have probably took one look and gone, do you know what, let's not concentrate on winning it, let's get the tactics right. I could be a world silver medalist or bronze medalist here. Second then was indeed Anderson Wolf, and the fast on the near side in lane 2, the Swede turning in 3:09.57. In third position then, Deloise of Belgium, 3:10.44. In fourth then, 3:11.69 was Ibar Diaz of the Dominican Republic. So those three are pretty much in a line, if you like, and Cohen, he keeps passing them on the other way. She'll be at 300 in a moment.
Yeah, Mackenzie Cohen coming down to the 300 mark. The other swimmers, yeah, they will have said, they'll have looked at the entry time, they'll know the pedigree of Mackenzie Cohen and said, yeah, we are battling for a silver medal in this 400 freestyle, that's for sure. But Mackenzie Cohen over there, 4:01.33 at the 300 mark.
And the intelligent thing to do here is guarantee yourself silver, just in case Mackenzie Cohen got disqualified. You know, just one of those stupid moments in life. And all the big swimmers have been DQ'd in their time. You know, people make mistakes. I don't think Mackenzie Cohen's going to. She's heading back down here, 4:01.33 the lead. But Cohen is smashing it up here inside the Mexico City Arena. The World Para Swimming Championships is about to give Mackenzie Cohen a third gold medal. She's got 2 already and a silver from the 50 fly. She's about to do the hat trick in the freestyle. That's not in question. In fact, she's going to be coming for home before the rest of them have made it into the last 100. This is a very, very impressive 4:42.34. Again, you can only beat what's in front of you. The battle for silver still on though. Anderson Wolf turning in second, 100 to go for the Swede. The Belgium just in behind. They've got away a little bit here from the lady from the Dominican Republic. The battle for silver goes on. The battle for fourth goes on. The battle for winning is over.
It certainly is, because Mackenzie Cohen is coming down there. That is the red markers. That means 15 metres to go of this 400 freestyle for Mackenzie Cohen. She has won the 50 freestyle here. She's won the 100 freestyle here. She is now the champion in 400. Mackenzie Cohen from the USA is home, and she is the world champion for the 3rd time here in Mexico City.
Cohen smashes the water after pointing to the sky. We'll try and concentrate on the rest of the swimmers as they come into the final 50-metre turn. And there's your winner on the screen. Mackenzie Cohen does it again. It's a hat trick in the freestyle. Coming back down now. The battle for silver rages on. It's Wolf against DeLuise. DeLuise finished 6th in the Euros. Now she might be a silver or bronze medal winner in the World Championships. She's not letting Anderson Wolf go at all. Celine DeLuise against Anderson Wolf for silver. Belgium versus Sweden into the final 25.
And here is Ida Anderson Wolf now. She's already had a medal this week at these championships, looking like she's on her way to another one. Celine DeLuise, well, she led the Swede for a long period of this race, but she's not going to hold on to the silver medal position. That is going to Sweden, and Ida Anderson Wolf, the 19-year-old from Sweden, she gets the silver medal, and the bronze will go to Belgium. Celine DeLuise will take that bronze medal in a time of 6:33.30. And in the end, there was a couple of seconds in between the silver and bronze medalists. Barrientos from Spain finished strongly for 4th place, and Ibar Diaz 5th place for the Dominican.
In short, that's actually a very slow 400 metres for an S7 class. A lot of those swimmers have actually got far better times than they've managed to come up with here. I was actually looking for DeLuise to come somewhere near the time she got in Funchal last year, which was, I think it was 6:14, if I remember rightly. 6:14.75 to be exact. I was kind of thinking if she came up with something like that, she would have picked off the silver medal. I'll tell you now, she's not going to be worried about that. She'd be quite happy with the bronze for now.
Mackenzie Cohen is the champion for the USA, 5:22.02. It was a big lead over the silver and bronze medalists, Wolf and DeLuise.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the athletes for the women 200 meters
Yeah, Mackenzie Cohen a little bit slower than she's been before, but you know, some of the swimmers here, we are
Señoras y
at
señores,
altitude.
presentamos a los atletas que competirán en la prueba de 200 metros estilo libre S1 a 5.
The altitude's really having an effect on them, and of course it is. They have changed the time of year. We are into December. It's not a traditional time of year that you might have the major championships, and everyone was preparing for them in October. So difficult to come again and be at your very best.
Great Christmas present if you win though.
Absolutely. 3 good Christmas presents for Mackenzie Cohen.
Women's 200 freestyle, S1 to S5. Now Zhang Li goes as favourite here in lane 4. Sarah Louise Rung is never, ever to be discounted from a race. All of these are S5 swimmers. Let's get back to the action.
Okay, a lot of well-known names in this one. Sarah Louise Rung for one, Imran Pizarro. Li Jiang, the Paralympic champion, who, you have to say, surprised them all last year. Li Jiang, the 19-year-old. One of the young Turkish swimmers. On the outside lane as well. Closest to us, Smiye Oyachi. to us, Boyachi. Ana Maria Silva in lane 2 for Brazil. Experienced Imbal Pizarro in 3, Zhang Li in 4, Sarah Louise Rong in 5, Yao Kuan in 6. So that's Aieva in lane number 7 for Kazakhstan. This is the final women's 200 freestyle.
All the same, Zvagitseva in 7, Kian in 6, Rung in 5, Zhang Li in 4, Imbal Pizarro 3, Maria Silva in 2, and Murachi, say, goes to Turkey in lane number 1.
Well, Zhang Li was the Paralympic champion. Seen her in many major championships before, Zhang Li. She appeared in Rio last year and she took everybody by storm, winning 3 gold medals. She was the one that did the freestyle treble, 50, 100 and 200. And she's looking good here in the early stages of this 200 freestyle. Sarah Louise Rong is the champion. She's been the champion for the last 3 world championships, and she goes just 1 lane above Zhang Li, the Chinese swimmer. So Sarah Louise Rong in 2nd place there as they come down to the halfway point. And Zhang Li has got a lead. The lead at the top end after 50 was just 2 seconds exactly. Sarah Louise Rong has now dropped 3 seconds behind the Chinese swimmer. The Chinese swimmer getting around the wall a lot better than Sarah Louise Rong. Sarah Louise Rong with that tried and tested method, but she has no power in her legs. And Zhang Li getting off the wall a little bit better than the Norwegian. 19-year-old from Shanglu, in the People's Republic of China, born with CP. So only that 200-meter gold, the 100 and the 50 added as well. And as you say, just get those surprise packages. People just come good in Paralympic year, as they do in Olympic year. Ask people if they knew who Katie Ledecky was before London 2012. Now look at her, Zhang Li, hoping to achieve just that. 2:07.32, 4 seconds clear of the reigning champion. I think it's fair to say we're about to crown a new queen here, Paul. Zhang Li leading away, 2:07.32 at the last turn. The 19-year-old Paralympic champion is about to add the World Championship to her honours list already. Sarah Louise Rong done nothing wrong here, swimming her own race. The championship record holder at 2:50.57. That's not going to go, but her title does. It goes to Zhang Li of China, 2:52.22, 2:57.45 for 2nd place. Sarah Louise Rong, and the battle for bronze just goes to Yao Kuan of China as well. 3:03.95. Imbal Pizarro fails to make it onto the podium again, this time around. 3:04.72, less than a second between 3rd and 4th. Plenty of seconds between these two, but they share an embrace as silver and gold medal winners, but that lady is the world champion. Zhang Li just eked out the lead there. Every 50 metres the lead was increasing ahead of Sarah Louise Rong. It was 2 seconds, then it was 3 seconds, then it was 4 seconds. The Chinese swimmer just had the pace to stay ahead of the Norwegian former world champion. And in the end, it was about 5-metre difference between the two. Zhang Li taking the gold, Sarah Louise Rong the silver. Right at the top of the picture there, just about to come in, Yao Kuan from China taking the bronze. Was bronze to China, Yao Kuan taking that one just ahead of Imbal Pizarro. The silver goes to Sarah Louise Rong, but the champion here in Mexico City, Zhang Li from China.
First place is for People's Republic of China, Zhang Li.
Yeah, Pizarro gave it everything there, and was very close to making it onto the podium once again. That's our final race of this first section completed. Some heavy breathing swimmers still getting out of the pool, just going through their recovery processes.
She'll be disappointed, Pizarro. She was the silver medalist in the last 4 World Championships, so maybe she thought it was her turn tonight to step up, but she's just missed out by a fraction of a second.
Juana Maria Silva is feeling a little on Paul's side as well. She's just taking a second to have a breather. She's some 14 seconds slower than her entry time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's
go a long way to
100
explaining why she's
meters
still sat
breaststroke
poolside, just trying to
SB11.
recover.
Damas y
medalist already
caballeros,
at these
la ceremonia de
championships,
premiación
going
de
through the
100
pain
metros
barrier.
pecho SB femenil.
A few of the medical staff just asking a couple of questions. She seems okay at the moment. So,
The medals will be
presentation
presented
party
by
is out. Women's 100 breaststroke
Las medallas serán
SB11, another one of those races from this
presentadas
morning's session, and one that came up with a championship record, Paul.
Panam Sports Secretary
So we're in the
General.
centre there. Zhang Jiaotong from China.
Bronze medal
Good swim from her
representing United
to
States
win
of
that
America.
gold medal. Beside her on the podium.
Medalla de bronce
It has been a
representando
number of
a los
times this week,
Estados Unidos de
16-year-olds.
América.
McLean Hermes from the USA. We think it's her parents, we're pretty sure it's her parents up in the stand there, dancing away yesterday.
Questionable dancing.
Yeah, it's dad dancing.
I knew you'd recognise it.
They're up there again, big USA flag there just to the left of McLean Hermes there. She picks up another medal here. And here, well, this lady, Matilda Alcazar Figueroa, the Mexican gold medal winner from day one. A real surprise that was. These swimmers again in the SB11 class, swimmers who have no vision at all. And from one of the outside lanes on day one of this competition, she really set the tone for the host nation, winning that surprise gold medal. It's a silver tonight for Matilda Alcazar Figueroa. Because the winner from China, Zhang Jiaotong, another one of these Chinese swimmers who emerged at the Paralympic Games last year in Rio, taking gold medal in this one. She's a gold medalist at the World Championships now, and a championship record of 126.14. Set a world record in the Rio Paralympic Games. She's now the championship record holder here at the World Championships. She takes her first gold in the women's 100 breaststroke at a World Championships. Zhang Jiaotong from China. That now familiar Chinese national anthem to us, Alan. China top of the medal table in terms of gold. USA have the most medals out of all the countries here at these championships. McLean Hermes just been led into the centre. Medal photograph. Gold and silver medalist there. What a great swim on that day one that it was for Matilda Alcaraz. Wasn't expected. She really delivered for the host nation.
Great to see the two athletes here linking hands. That's absolutely fabulous on the podium, and laughing and giggling away. Three ladies there that are just enjoying what they're doing, and that is what we want to see here in parasport. The smiles as well as the achievements, and certainly three ladies who have got both, as we said, early Christmas presents.
Next victory ceremony on their way out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony.
3 medal ceremonies in this batch. It's the second one out.
Breaststroke SB13.
The USA
Damas y
playing
caballeros, la ceremonia de
another
premiación
gold
de
medal.
100 metros pecho SB13
Wonder
femenil.
if
The bronze medalist, representing country United States of America.
Colleen Young there in the top of the medal podium.
Medalla de bronce representando a los Estados Unidos de América.
Paula Lopez from Spain,
Unfortunately,
silver medal
not
position.
present,
Not appearing for the presentation, Rebecca Myers. Didn't appear for the 200 IM
representing
race earlier. So I hope everything's okay with Rebecca Myers.
representando a España.
She swam the 100 breaststroke this morning. That time of 1:26.43. Rebecca Myers, the bronze medalist from the USA. Sure, that medal will be delivered safely to her via her team. Marianne Polo Lopez from Spain. We saw her medal podium last night. 17 years of age. Spanish have a great tradition in swimming for the visually impaired. Really going back to the Barcelona Paralympics in '92, they had a massive influx of talent into their swimming program. It's continued right to this day. Silver medal for Spain, but gold to Colleen Young of the USA. And Colleen Young, medalist at previous World Championships and at Paralympic Games.
The national anthem of the United
This
States
time it's
of
gold medal
America.
for Colleen Young,
Damas y
USA.
caballeros, escuchemos respetuosamente el himno nacional de los Estados Unidos
A
de América.
championship record for Colleen Young, and she takes gold for the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Para Swimming medalist.
Gold and silver medalists, Colleen Young
Damas y
and
caballeros,
Marianne
los
Polo
medallistas
Lopez.
del Mundial de Paranatación México 2017.
Rebecca
Un
Myers
fuerte
was the
aplauso.
bronze medalist. That event, the women's 100 breaststroke for the SB13 class. Next medal presentation. The last one of this batch, the women's 400 freestyle S8.
Ladies
One of
and
those where
gentlemen, the medal
Paul's been keeping
ceremony
track of the
for
battle
the
between
women's
Jess Long and
400
Daniel
meters
Diaz. This one doesn't actually happen in the water. Well, I think it does to a degree. This is the medal tally battle.
Just happened here in the commentary box, I think. Not even sure if Jess Long and Daniel Diaz are aware of it. Probably not.
They haven't got a clue.
Bronze medalists there
Bronze medal
from the Czech Republic beside the
Republic.
two Americans.
Medalla de
Pendula
bronce
Doskova.
representando a República Checa. Pendula Doskova.
5:26.55 for the Czech Republic swimmer. And she was lying in second position. It was a real kind of tussle between the second, third and fourth swimmers here. The place is changing all the way through
Silver
that
medal
400.
representing United States of America.
4:26.55 for Duskova in
Medalla
the
de
end.
plata representando a
But
los
just
Estados
4
Unidos de
100s
América.
ahead of her was Julia Gaffney from the USA. Julia Gaffney, the 17-year-old who has really come to prominence here. very similar disability to Jessica Long. Similar story to
Gold medal
Jessica
and
Long as well.
2017 World Paralympic champion representing United States of America.
For Jessica Long.
Medalla de oro y campeona representando a los Estados Unidos de América. Jessica
The winner, the champion again, is Jessica Long from the USA. First World Championships in 2006. She won 9 gold medals at that championship. She followed that up in 2010, 2013 and 2015. And here in Mexico City, she has won her 30th World Championship gold medal. Jessica Long, she is an absolute superstar. Jessica Long takes the acclaim of the American fans and the rest of the fans here, of course, in the arena. 30 gold medals, Alan, and at the moment I make it in the World Long Course Championships. I need to clarify that because Tucker Dupree grabbed me on the way out last night saying it wasn't the first world title he'd won because he'd won a short course world title as well. So I was in trouble last night from Tucker. You don't want to argue with him.
Do you know what's good though? It means someone's listening.
Yeah, that's good.
That's always a bonus. Our wives and partners don't, so at least the swimmers are.
Yeah.
Hi, Jen.
You're well asleep by now.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, back,
too
back
right.
in the UK. Even later in Bulgaria.
I may have had a text from my wife saying she's still awake,
Ah.
which would be around about nearly 3 o'clock in the morning. But there you go.
Well, hopefully she'll stay awake to enjoy this next race, the men's 200 freestyle S2.
She watched it all last night, start to finish.
Oh, good. She tweeted him.
Nobody's tweeted.
Well, you know, this is our chance for glory now.
So we talk about the medals, shall we, as these guys make their way out. China led at the start of play tonight. 21 goals, 35 medals altogether. The USA in second, Italy in third, which might surprise a few. Brazil in fourth position. Brazil and Italy sharing 13 gold medals apiece. 18 golds for the United States, who have the most medals of all at 42. That was the start of play tonight.
Men's 200 freestyle S2. 2 Chinese swimmers in the center lanes, Lu Benying and Zhu Liankang.
In lane number 5, representing People's Republic of China, Su Shenlan.
Medal for Chile.
Lane number 6,
A couple of days ago for Alberto Arza. He's looking for a second medal for his country at these championships.
representing Israel.
Next to him are the Chinese gold and silver medalists from the Paralympic Games, Lu Benying and Su
Representing
Liankang.
Poland, Kamil Lotowski.
China very, very strong, especially in the lower numerical classes. They appeared last year at the Paralympic Games, a number of new stars. And these two in the centre lanes will be firm favourites for this one. Alberto Albazar, though, Chile have only ever taken 1 medal at World Championships before, back in 1998. And Alberto Albazar took that medal a couple of days ago. Hoping to follow that up today It's the S2 classification system, of course, for physical impairments for S1 to S10, where S1 is the most severe impairment and S10 is the least impaired. This is the S2 classification, so these swimmers will be affected in all 4 limbs. Closest to us, Curtis Lovejoy from the USA. Next to him in line 3, Alberto Arbaza. In line 4, Lu Benying. In 5, Zulian King. In 6, Makro Dimitris from Greece. In 7, Yad Shalabi from Israel. And in 8, Emil Tovsky from Poland. Up there at the top, and Tovsky started off pretty well. Here, he got off the wall very well in the early stages there. Zulian Kang from China in line 5, just ahead of his teammate there. Zulian Kang will lead them into the first 50. 4 lengths of the pool. World record holder is Lu Benying, who goes in lane number 4, the left-hand side of the 2 Chinese swimmers there in the yellow lanes. That world record set last year at 3:41.54. Keep an eye on the clock, but it'd be a real tough ask to challenge that world record. Championship record, well, that might be more achievable tonight, held by Yang Yang, set in the World Championships 2 years ago. Just looking out, these swimmers have gone out, Alan. 55.29 for the first 50 for Zhu Liankang is a championship record for 50 freestyle in that classification. So he's gone at quite a pace.
Yeah, you can break records within races. That's certainly something that's allowed, and a 50-metre record already tumbled here inside the first 50 of a 200. So Zhu Liankang, as Paul was saying, got that championship record already sewn up. Teammate Liu Benying alongside him in lane 4. And into this pair of them have very similar entry time into this one. 3:41.54, 3:42.58 for Liu and Zhu respectively. But, it's the battle for silver that's close in the battle for gold, because on the near side, Alberto Arbaza of Chile, the 32-year-old. He's just set an America's record as well, over the 100. Not sure if that's a 100 record for Zhu Liankang as well. Yeah, it is as well. So records tumbling here within the race already. Alberto Arbaza of Chile, an investment assistant at a bank. Well, he's being a darn good swimmer. So it's no 200-metre history in international events, so this would be a great performance for him. Liu Benying trapped in between the 2 of them in 2nd position from Sichuan. Silver in the 50 back already. Rio champion, of course. World record 3:41.54. Has Zhu Liankang come with the intention of doing that? 59.22 here at the final turn. That's not looking likely. Benying, Liu Benying, 3:02.24, and he leads nicely from Alberto Arbaza as they head back, and the gap is looking like it's closing. In fact, closing it will be. Surpassing is what Liu Benying is doing. The Paralympic champion has got far more energy as they come to the final 25, Paul. It's nearly as if Zhu Liankang was swimming backwards for a moment.
Well, he has tried to respond there, Zhu Liankang, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to come back on his teammate, Lu Benying. And Lu Benying, well, he did exactly the same to his teammate in the Rio Paralympic Games, coming from a deficit at the halfway point, and it looks like he's going to repeat this again. It is Lu Benying, the world record holder, the Paralympic champion, is coming home to be the world champion for China, and he will touch the wall now in a time of 4:02.72, a great second 100 for Lu Benying, and he wins it in a championship record. Zhu Liankang in the silver medal position, and an America's record for Alberto Arbaza, 4 seconds faster than his own America's record. So a man very much on form from Chile. Chilean will take bronze and China will take gold and silver. But that man, what a finish. Lu Benying takes it. And we didn't see that happening at 100.
No, it was a real surprise how far behind Liu Benying was, and well, he's ended up with a championship record, so maybe just nailed on the tactics. We thought the battle for second would be between Liu Benying and Abaza. Maybe Benying on an off day, but as you can see at the touch, not an off day, a banging day. He's got the gold here in Mexico City. He is the world champion. Now, final swimmer coming in here. Final swimmers, should I say, here in one. Still got Curtis Lovejoy. So as the winner rests up, cameras now concentrate here on Curtis Lovejoy III, age just 60, it has to be said. He is the only one left to come in, and Lovejoy takes his touch in 5:37.30. Age is but just a number, Paul Noble.
That's my philosophy, yes. Right, Curtis Lovejoy, a Paralympic legend there in number 7. Men's 200 freestyle S2, the champion in a championship record is Lu Benying from China. He overtook his countrymate Zhu Lianqing in the closing stages, and Alberto Arbazar from Chile takes the bronze medal in a new America's record.
Introducing the athletes for the men's 50 meters freestyle S3.
Curtis Lovejoy, remember him in the lead up to the Sydney Games in 2000, where he won a couple of gold medals in Sydney. And, you know, he's just such a great character, Curtis Lovejoy. He broke the records back then. They've moved on a little bit, but it's great to see him still competing at the age of 60. He's been a little bit unwell this week, so he's kind of suffered here in Mexico City, but, you know, he tried. 200 freestyle is not easy. At the age of 60 and not feeling very well, it can't be very easy at all. But Curtis Lovejoy, he did it. He finished the distance, and it's great to see him in the pool.
Indeed, fair play to him. The men's 50 meters freestyle S3 coming up now. Juan Wenpan goes in for Vincenzo Boni, and maybe the local, Diego Lopez Diaz. Is that the podium? We'll find out. Yusuf Al-Sayed goes in 1. Iranes Kostakis in 2. That is Lopez Diaz, Juan and Boni in 3, 4 and 5. Miguel Rangel Martinez Tacuelo goes in 6, and Miguel Fredrickson goes in lane number 7.
Fredrickson will go from the dive. The others likely to go either from the water or a sit start. I think maybe all of them might go in from the water. This is the S3 classification, remember. It's 1 to 10, those for physical impairment. 1 being most severe. So, in the heats this morning, a number of the swimmers being held there by their coaches. Spanish swimmer holding onto a cord there just towards the top of that line of swimmers. Some swimmers being held on their front and some held on their back. So Chinese swimmer Huang, with his face in the water, doesn't want to be held there too long at the start. Final of the men's 50 freestyle S3.
Yeah, you notice Juan Wenpan straight up to that gulp of air. What a rocket start here. Diego Lopez Diaz, we did say maybe the local could surprise here. Lopez Diaz is moving, absolutely motoring here. He's through 25, but here comes the challenge from Juan Wenpan. And it is the battle between Diego Lopez Diaz, but here comes Juan Wenpan into the final 7 or 8 meters, and Juan Wenpan has got past Diego Lopez Diaz.
And here he comes into the finish, and it is gold for China. It's a new world record time for Huang Wenpan from China. It's silver to Mexico. 39.70 for Diego Lopez Diaz, an America's record for the local hero. It's third to Vincenzo Boni from Italy. But what a fantastic race, a world record swim. Juan Wenpan from China.
World record swim, world champion, China's Juan Wenpan. But for a moment, just for a brief moment, the Mexican fans thought it was going to be Diego Lopez Diaz's day.
Well, if Juan Wenpan thought he was going to come in and have an easy ride there in that 50 freestyle, he was completely wrong. It was a great start from the Mexican. Look at that, he's away and clear at the start here. Juan Wenpan suddenly realised halfway down, aye, here we go. I'm going to have to put my head down and work here. And that's what he did. He powered past the Mexican and he took the gold in a world record time. Juan Wenpan is the champion in a world record time, 38.81. Great swim from Diego Lopez Diaz, an America's record for silver. And Vincenzo Boni is the best of the rest. He takes bronze.
Obviously, swimmers making their way out. We'll be having more medal ceremonies in just a few moments' time. But, well, they're sat down now, but they were all on their feet, I can tell you that, during that race. In fact, it's not medal ceremony, it's a race, I don't know what I'm on about. Those guys there were screaming towards the pool. It just wasn't to beat for Lopez Diaz. We're now on to the men's 100 backstroke S14 final now.
Well, the heats this morning, Alan, were just, it was sensation after sensation in the heats this morning. There's the lineup for the final. Felipe Villarreal from Brazil, Aymeric Parmentier from Belgium, Lawrence Sapp, the fastest into this final from the USA. Yannick van der Poel from Belgium in 5, Robert Isaac Johnson in 6, Javier Hernandez Rodriguez in lane number 7.
Well, Lawrence Sapp had the fastest qualifying time into this in the men's 100 backstroke S14 final. Can he hold off Van der Poel, Parmentier and the rest? We'll find out now.
Well, those heats this morning featured 3 Koreans, 2 of which qualified in fast times. It would have been the fastest to this final. All 3 Korean swimmers disqualified for the same infringement. Submerged at the end of the race. So the Korean team not very happy at all. But
is that something that would have come out of training?
Well, it certainly appears that way because they all did the same infringement, the Koreans. So it is very unusual to happen to 3 swimmers in one particular event.
Maybe all trying the new technique and maybe all not getting it right.
Quite possibly. But regardless of that, we have the finalists here. Lawrence Sapp from the USA has got a great chance to be on the medal podium. 16 years of age. Can the American do it?
Just getting set up. Hernandez Rodriguez through the far side. Puerto Rico is where Jose Hernandez Rodriguez is from. On the other side is Brazil's Felipe Villarreal, but the action here will be right in the middle. Larry Sapp, as they call him. Lawrence Sapp, America. Can he do it? The USA spectators on their feet, and Sapp giving them something to cheer about. 31.44 at the turn. Parmentier 32.17. Third then is Villarreal from this near side, outside lane for the Brazilian. But Lawrence Sapp has got to hang on here, either side of him. The rotations going quickly for Parmentier. Now Van der Poel, the 2 Belgians trying everything they can on the far side. Isaac Johnson involved here. As they come towards the wall though, this is going to be one happy Larry. It's Lawrence Sapp, 106.42. Second, Robert Isaac Johnson, the man with the Icelandic shirt in the crowd. He's not wearing it tonight, but he's jumping up and down on the far side. But there's the winner, Lawrence Sapp, with the biggest smile you can imagine, because he is world champion.
Oh, what a swim from Warren Sapp. Wow, that was absolutely superb there. He took that out strongly. He had a big lead at the halfway point, and he hung on for grim death at the end. Oh my goodness, they were all coming back on him. Look at that start from Sapp there in the centre. At this point, well, it looked odds on that he was going to come back as world champion, and boy, he worked hard in that second 50 there. Great swim at the top from Robert Isaac Johnson as well. And the two Belgians just separated by 6/100ths of a second, with Van der Poel getting the third position.
Oh, Warren Sapp, arms aloft in celebration off the screen, because he is the men's 100 metres backstroke S4 team world champion, 106.42. Robert Isaac Johnson in behind, 106.99. Yannick Van der Poel, 107.60. He won the Battle of the Belgians. Emile Parmentier, 107.66.
Great race, that one. Fantastic race for Warren Sapp to take that one. Robert Isaac Johnson looking for another gold to add to his collection this week. Won the 200 IM, not to be tonight for Robert Isaac Johnson. He's pleased with the silver though. Is medal presentation time. Women's on the breaststroke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200 meters
individual medley. We're losing track tonight, no?
SM11.
We're all at sea.
We're having senior moments at the wrong time. Well, he was emotional once tonight. He's back.
Mark Schmerkamp, the bronze medalist. Saw him earlier. Great relationship he has with the coach there. He had tears earlier. I'm sure there'll be tears again today. It's the time these swimmers have appeared on the medal podium.
I hope he's getting used to it now. Tears in the first one, now it's just another medal. No, he's definitely not used to it. Still, you can see he said, talk about enjoying the moment. Smirka, the second visit to the medal podium today alone.
Silver medal,
Baron Drake.
United States of America. Medalla de plata.
I remember rightly, during the Glasgow World Championships, Baron Drake did a little video for the in-house production team. We were showing all the videos on the big screen. It was all about how to turn and showcasing what the important jobs of the tapper were, and he was a good lad. He was very entertaining all the way through it. He's now got himself a silver here in Mexico City. A little bit less travelling to go home for the American team as it was for Glasgow and Rio, the last two big outings. And the winner, well, Rory Zuzilov. Sisters here as well. I think we'll see her on the podium, if I remember rightly, a little bit later on as well. 2:39.34 for Rory Zuzilov.
It was a great moment in that final there, where Taron Drake and Zuzilov were both hugging the lane rope. They were right next to each other. They must have been aware that they were touching each other. Great race, great contest between the two. But the gold on this occasion goes to Rory Zuzilov from Belarus. medalists making their way
Damas y
for the medal
caballeros,
shot.
los medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación México
Karen Drake
2017.
on the left,
Un fuerte
Grigori
aplauso.
Mutala in the centre, and Slav Smrka on the right-hand side. Slav Smrka, 54 years of age. He was an able-bodied swimmer for the Czech team. He lost his sight in 2011. He was an able-bodied swimmer right up to the late 90s. Lost his sight in 2011. Decided to make a comeback into para swimming, and here he is on the podium.
And a good comeback. I used to have hair just like Barrera Olympic, which is shocking news. There are pictures of that somewhere. But yeah, hey, look, if you're fit enough, and I mean, let's take nothing away from the S11 category, but the trust element that has to be there with those swimmers and those coaches, that's huge. And that's why Smrka and his coach shared that moment a little bit early on. It's a journey for both of them. And let's talk about another journey. Here, a very, very historic moment.
It is indeed. Never in the history of World Para Swimming swimmer from India won a medal, but we're here now. Kanchanmala Pandey from India is the world champion in the women's 200 metres individual medley S11. Kanchanmala Pandey, well, what a great story that she has. She and her family have made so many sacrifices for her to compete at the international level. She went to the Commonwealth Games back in 2006, World Championships last time, and she is now the world champion here in Mexico. For the first time at a World Championships, we'll hear the national anthem of India. Kanchanmala Pandey is the world champion. First time that Indian national anthem has been heard at a Para Swimming World Championship. There is her coach leading her off. Big smile from the Indian.
He nearly missed being in place to lead her off there. He was so busy taking pictures, and you can't fault him for that in the slightest. I just spotted him down the bottom of your shots. You were watching obviously the podium. We were watching the poolside. He's over here. He's got about 28 million pictures he's just taken. Then all of a sudden he's realised he's got to run over because Pandey will need taking off the staging area. Well done to the coach as well. As we were saying just before that, the coaches play a huge part, massive part.
They do. They are the eyes for these S11 swimmers. And it's great to see the S11 class have so much strength in depth these days. There's a number of new swimmers coming through. Lisette Bruinsma from the Netherlands, for example. She's really come through strongly in recent years.
We'll talk about that in a second. More medals for the host nation here. Luz Carrena Lopez Valdez, 1:21.48, taking second position. When your opponent is one Jess Long, there is no shame in being the silver medal winner. Jessica Long adding another gold medal. That little gold medal tally increases. Paul will tell us exactly what it is in a second.
Jessica Long again at the top of the podium. This 100 butterfly has been one that she has loved over the years. She's a championship record holder. And against Long, this is at her
Ladies and
30th
gentlemen, the national
World
anthem of
Championship
the
gold
United
medal,
States of
6
America.
silvers, 1 bronze
Damas y caballeros,
at the Long Coast
escuchemos
Championship.
respetuosamente el himno nacional
She
de los
is
Estados
going to
Unidos de
enjoy the
América.
national anthem of the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017
Another gold medal for Jessica Long.
medalists.
I think I made that
Damas y
7
caballeros, los
at this
medallistas
championship.
del Mundial de Paranatación México
And
2017.
I think she has one more
Un
event
fuerte
tomorrow on the last
aplauso.
day as well. So it could be 8 golds for Jessica Long from the USA. Luis Carrena Lopez Valdez, a 19-year-old, adds to Mexico's medal tally.
We were talking about the increase in the level of competition in the S11. Is that due to more confident blind athletes, due to better training methods, more modern training methods, improved training methods? Would that be a reason as well?
Well, it might be. It doesn't. They're not generally coming from the same country. There's quite a range of countries that they're coming from. So maybe people are looking at events like this and see, well, I can maybe do that, you know? Like the Lizette Browns might be looking at the European Championships back at Eindhoven. People on the Italian team look at Cecilia Camellini, for example, and maybe they're inspired. They want to get into the water. I'm sure we'll see some new people come Tokyo in 2020. Japanese got a great history of visually impaired swimmers as well. I'm sure we'll see a few swimmers then.
Let's go back to the action then. This is the women's 100 meters backstroke. S14, Janina Brauer goes in lane 5. Kang Jung-guen goes in lane 4. 110 for Kang, 112 for Brauer. The battle is on. Christelle Peel goes in lane 2 for South Africa. Pernilla Lindberg in lane 3. 4 and 5 we've mentioned. Eva Coronado Tejera in 6. Michelle Fransen goes in 7 for Belgium. And Marita Sukko of Estonia goes in lane number 8. Seen Lindberg pick up medals already this week, Paul, but battle with 4 and 5. Should be interesting. Lindberg's time in 1:15.40, but that time can be good. 1:10.01 makes her a hefty favourite for this. Races aren't one on paper, which is great. Away they go in this women's 100 backstroke S14 final then. Lindberg will get a good start, but great underwater work from Janina Brauer as well.
Janina Brauer, the young German swimmer, youngest swimmers on the German team in the Rio Paralympics, and she's gone out fast here. She's had a good week, a couple of silver medals already to her name. She would love to make it a gold medal tonight for Germany. Kang from Korea still in contention though, and also going well. Right up there in lane number 7 is Fransen from Belgium, but it is Janina Brauer who has gone off that turn very, very strongly indeed. Kang from Korea is trying to come back. Pernilla Lindberg in the medal contention as well, but it does look like Janina Brauer is away and clear now, away ahead of Kang from Korea. Pernilla Lindberg trying to come back into contention for the silver medal position. It's good also in lane number 7 for Michelle Franzen, but here comes Janina Brauer. Janina Brauer coming home to take gold for Germany. It's 1:11.02 for the German. She is the champion. What a finish for second, and it goes to Kang from Korea. 1:15.00, just ahead of Pernilla Lindberg in 1:15.14, and Michelle Franzen just misses out on a medal on the touch.
14/100 to the second. Separate second and third. Nobody was stopping this lady. Janina Brauer, women's 100 backstroke world champion.
Well, we said, Alan, that she looked good all week. Her freestyle looked good. Her individual medley looked good. And now she has delivered. The German swimmer comes away with a gold medal.
Well, we said that Lindberg would put in a shift here and be in contention, and she was in contention so much it was 0.14 from having a silver, but the fist clenched for success by the 19-year-old athlete from Germany. It's Janina Brauer that takes the title. 1:11.02. Kang Jung-gyun 1:15 exactly, 0.14 ahead of Sweden's Pernilla Lindberg. As you see, Michelle Franzen not far behind that either. Ronaldo Takeda, the best of the rest in that one. Great experience for Marita Sukko, new on the scene. I believe, I don't recognise that name as one from Estonia before, so that's a great experience for Marita Sukko. 50-metre action coming up again next. S4 classification, the women's event. Carolina Hamer of Poland goes in 1. Patricia Barrera dos Santos goes in 2. Chen Jiao, People's Republic of China, goes in 4. In 3 is Chen Jiao. Monica Boggioni in 4. Big cheers here from the locals for Nelly Miranda Herrera of Mexico. Can she give them another gold? Leanne Smith of USA in 6. Deng Yu, China in 7, and Sonia Sigurda Dottir goes in lane number 8. I'm just celebrating off mic. Practiced that one for about 20 minutes earlier.
The rivalry between Cheng and Boggioni continues. Nelly Miranda Herrera, though, the world champion, can she retain her title?
Well, if she does, this place might lose a bolt or two. But she's Boggioni to contend with. Who's put in some good swims this week. The Italian team have impressed. 13 golds, 27 medals altogether. Away they go then. Women's 50-metre freestyle, the splash and dash for the S4 classification. Boggioni against Nelly Miranda Herrera. Can the Italian upset the local? At the moment, this is fierce from Boggioni. It's so quick through the first 25 metres. World record is some 37.87, done in Brisbane earlier in the year. So the world record has moved this year. The championship record is 40.08, held by Nelly Miranda Herrera, but there is no stopping a brand new world champion, Monica Boggioni, coming in towards the finish in a time of 38.79. The championship record is blown out of the water.
Miranda Herrera getting the silver for Mexico. It's bronze to China in an Asian record for Cheng, but there was no catching Monica Boggioni. She's had some close races this week, but that wasn't one of them. A convincing win for the Italian. Championship record, 38.79.
That indeed wasn't one of them. I like that. I like that a lot. Monica Boggioni of Italy makes it 14 for the Italian team in the gold column. Did they expect that many when they got here? I'd be interested to know if that's what they came expecting. Asian record for Chen Jiao in 3rd position, but Nelly Miranda Herrera will hear the Mexican fans cheering as she takes to the podium a little bit later on. But that lady there bossed it.
Boccioni, the champion, championship record, 38.79. It was very close for second, but the home favourite took the silver. Ellie Miranda Herrera ahead of Cheng with an Asian record. That's a great swim, Boccioni, wasn't it? Superb. She is a real find for the Italians. The Italians have just introduced about 4 or 5 different characters here, and you know, they're absolutely just rewriting the record books, rewriting the World Championship rules.
Here's an argument for you. Is it good to introduce them the year after the Paralympics, or is it better to have found them the year before?
Well,
beggars can't be choosers, can they?
I think they're just going to build from here.
Men's 50 metres butterfly S6 is coming up next. You can see on your screen the one, the only Nelson Crispin. He goes in lane 4 for Colombia.
2 gold medals for the swimmers in 4 and 5. Nelson Crispin, gold medalist in the breaststroke. Taliesin gold medalist in the backstroke. In this particular classification, they go head-to-head in the 50 metres butterfly. Nelson Crispin, fastest from the heats this morning. He was a very impressive and clear winner, 31.44. Again, one of these heats that you think, well, were some people holding back in this morning, making sure of a qualification position just to bring it on tonight in a faster time. We're about to find out. It is the men's 50 metres butterfly S6. 2 Colombians in 3 and 4, Brazilian in 5, Chinese swimmer in 6, and home favourite from Mexico in lane 7. 2 Americans in the outside lane, and the Spaniard in 2 complete the lineup, but Nelson Crispin in the yellow lane closest to us, away and clear. Taliesin Glock trying to chase him down now, but Nelson Crispin looks like he has the edge here over the rest of the field. There's nothing to choose for the minor medals, but here comes Nelson Crispin from Colombia. He is looking to claim his 2nd gold medal of these championships, and no one is going to catch Nelson Crispin. He will take it in 30.82, an America's record for Nelson Crispin. It's a blanket finish for 2nd, but Taliesin Glock will get the silver just ahead of Yang Hong from China, with the Spaniard Alejandro Rojas Cabrera in 4th position. Nothing to choose between the minor places, but this man is the champion. America's record.
Gold cap, gold medal, golden performance from Nelson Crispin. America's record, 30.82. Well, that takes them level with Mexico on golds, 6 apiece for them. It's Colombia's 9th total medal. Keeps them in 8th position in the standings as well.
Real high turnover on that butterfly stroke for Nelson Crispin. There he is.
Very much the golden boy of Colombian swimming, isn't he, at the moment?
Crispin is a gold medalist. It's an America's record for the Colombian. It's Brazil in silver medal position. Taliesin Glock, and the Chinese swimmer Yang Hong wins a very close contest for third. Oh, just a second separate thing. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, 1.04 seconds all in together. Even Taliesin Glock was only 0.2 ahead of the bronze medalist.
Yep, real interesting and close final behind the gold medal winner. But no stopping Nelson Crispin, no stopping us here. We're going to move on to all victory ceremonies in a second. The women's 100 butterfly S10 medal ceremony coming up. Next race will be the men's 50 butterfly S6 in a few moments' time. So, time to celebrate these athletes on the podium first. Super sad, the medal presenter.
Head of the technical control and officiating of World Para Swimming STC.
Sue, one of those people that behind the scenes, everybody knows who she is because her and her team do an integral part of what happens here at these swimming events. Without Sue and her team, this wouldn't happen in the first place. 1:10.39 for the winner, chased hard by Hernando Santos, who points to the sky. 1:11.59 was the time for young Isabel.
She will take a medal. Butterfly, very much speciality for Isabel Hernando Santos of Spain. Medals on the international stage before. But the gold medalist from Italy. Bit of a surprise gold medalist, you have to say. Alessia Scorteccini is the champion. 1:10.39 for Alessia Scorteccini, 20-year-old from Italy. Another one of an amazing crop of youngsters that the Italian team has found and brought to this World Championship. We keep saying about the Italians, they have had a great World Championship, and we love to hear the Italian national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Para Swimming
Italian team
medalists.
jigging about for the anthem. Alan and I are doing the same. Maybe not quite as moving as enthusiastically as the Italians.
More ceremonies to come in just a moment. To give you a running total, shall we, of China, 24 golds on 42 total medals. United States have 20 golds on 45 total medals. Italy in third, ahead of Brazil with 14 golds and 30 total medals. Spain have 34 total medals. They're down in sixth with 8 golds, but 34 total medals. It's not a bad little team haul at all.
Cyprus have 1 medal. Well, they haven't got it yet. It's coming up right now. Presentation for the 100 breaststroke for women. SB12. Hannibal Moro of the Argentinian team have had good, successful championships here. Picked up a few medals yesterday. Hannibal Moro is one of their most experienced campaigners. This is her 5th World Championships, her first medal. Missed out before, it's been 4th in the Paralympic Games, but a medalist now at the World Championships, Hannibal Moro. And there is Anastasia Zutalava. You can see the family resemblance with her brother there, Rory Zutsalav. Silver medal to the sister of the brother and sister team from Belarus. But the gold medalist, well, Carolina Belendritu. She is the world champion again, gold medalist for the last 3 World Championships. She's now made it 4. She's even got her own stamp in Cyprus. She is that much of a star in her home country. She's been a star tonight here in Mexico City, and we will hear national anthem of Cyprus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World
Carolina fell into
Damas y caballeros, los
one of
medallistas
the
del
familiar
Mundial de
faces around the World Para
Paralatación
Swimming
México
scene.
2017.
A
Un
stamp.
fuerte aplauso.
Stamp, yeah.
I'm now not sure what's more impressive. A
Yeah,
medal
you know?
hall or having a stamp.
There you go.
That's superb. Where is it you get that from? I don't mean this.
Yeah,
I don't mean
well, you know.
buying a stamp. How is it you know that? That's amazing.
Yeah, she's been at many of the events that they used to have on the world circuit. She was a regular at the Sheffield Championships for many years. So I know her well. Her mother used to come up to the commentary box when we were commentating and give us comments and tell us how Carolina was going on. So it's always quite funny. Big fan. I'm sure her mother's watching on the stream. So a very big hello from myself. I haven't seen her for a few years now. I think Carolina travels mostly with her coach now rather than her mother. She was very young at the time, but always a great support. And another example of family support that these swimmers need.
Forget how many more years you've had of people telling you wonderful. Yet at the moment, at the time, it seems like the most innocuous piece of information you could ever be given. And all of a sudden, a few years later, your brain suddenly remembers it and it becomes quite useful indeed. I don't think useful is the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He'll move on to our next event. Then the men's 100 meters butterfly S9. Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz has his work cut out. Michelin Zakis of Greece, Barrera, Castillo Estevez. This is going to be a cracker, this. Not a lot separating quite a few of them. Robert Elixir will be here for experience more than anything, the 18-year-old Estonian in lane 8. Everybody else, Paul, somewhere between 106.89 and 103.88 as the entry times. Just, and I mean just, over 3 seconds between the lot of them. Get this wrong at some point in the race, and that's you done. With everybody else being so tight, this could be very, very interesting. So the quickest man on paper is indeed Demosthenes Michelin Zakis. Behind him, Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz and Marco Puriero and Juan Castillo Estevez of Cuba.
Well, the men's 100 meters butterfly S9, you cannot discount the world champion from 2013 and the world record holder Federico Morlacchi. He qualified in one of the outside lanes in lane number 2, and he will challenge, I'm sure, the Paralympic champion Demosthenes Michelin Zakis, who've won, you have to say, a surprise Paralympic gold, but he's looking to follow that up with a world championship crown. Michelin Zakis coming to the turn, and he's looking good. Heading him 2 lanes up is Estevez, I think, from Cuba. A surprise second position there. Oh, it's Morlacchi in second. It's very close between the 3 of them, but Michelin Zakis heading for home now for Greece.
There's nothing like showing people it wasn't a fluke. There's nothing like showing people you meant it that last time out. And Michelin Zakis looking to add the World Championship title to his roster of achievements. But the whole pack are coming for him. We said it was close on paper before. Michelin Zakis is going to hold them off. But second, third, that's going to be a real battle. But it's Michelin Zakis into the wall. He takes a touch in 1 minute, 0.44. Second is indeed the world record holder, Morlacchi of Italy, 101.41. And in third position, Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz, 101.76 for the Spaniard. But it's all about the Greek, Demosthenes Mitsoulenzakis, 60.44. He's world champion.
Well, Mitsoulenzakis, he proved that last year was no flash in the pan. Mitsoulenzakis takes the gold for Greece to follow up his Paralympic title. 1 minute point 44 for the Greek. Morlaki gave him a good fight in 1:01.41 for the world record holder. And Maria Alcaraz as well, again in the medals. Great to see the Spaniard back on form here at these championships. Mitsoulenzakis going there, I thought the Cuban was going to challenge Castillo Estevez, and he was right in the mix for the medals, but Mitsoulenzakis just using that one arm, that one huge left arm for Mitsoulenzakis, just getting the touch there ahead of Morlaki and Maria Alcaraz, and it's head-in-hands time for Castillo Estevez. Absolutely gutted to miss out on the medals here for the Cuban. Mitsoulenzakis is the world champion. The Greek takes it in 1 minute point 44. Morlaki adds another medal to his medal tally this week. And Maria Alcaraz from Spain, the bronze.
Well, we move on to our next event in the schedule then. This is the men's 100 meters butterfly S10 final. Current championship record holder Andre Brasil finds himself in lane 6 for this one. Whole lineup: Levesque, Kalinski, Nyren, Ducha, Brazil and Rodriguez here in this men's 100 meter butterfly final. This is tasty all over, isn't it? You absolutely expect these two boys in 6 and 7 to be somewhere in the mix. Forget what lane they're in. These two don't know the meaning of coming outside of the top 2 normally. Ducha, 103.89, but Nyren of Sweden, Ludwig Nyren, at 103.53. That's what sees him in lane 4. Kalinski and Levesque will already know they're going to have to put in a shift or 3 to come near these medals. Did you go away from the 2 Brazilians in terms of 1-2 here, Paul?
Rodriguez hasn't really got much of a pedigree in 100 fly, but he is very swift on the freestyle, so we'll see what he can say. David Levesque as well on the other side in lane 2. He well challenged as well, the Spanish swimmer who's already won world championship medals in 100 fly.
With Rodriguez, it's all about the fact that you know he's never going to give up, and he always seems to get faster and faster. That was my my observation with that. Yeah, as for Andre Brasil, he is Andre Brasil after all, and in fact, it is the great Andre Brasil that's going to lead the way here. And on his left-hand side, at the moment, it is, in fact, his compatriot, his teammate, his friend, who's going to make this turn. Turning at 50 then. Brazil. Levesque gets second at the touch. Well, I think it was actually Rodriguez. Rodriguez's time hasn't come up. That's why it's not showing on the screen. Felipe Rodriguez trying to hang on in there for the second. He's got a battle on his hands, but nobody, it seems, is going to come close to Andre Brasil, who at the turn was 26.86, and he's coming into the wall in goal position. The battle for second's tight. It's not for first. It's all about Andre Brasil. 57.90. Second goes for David Levesque, and indeed Rodriguez does get the bronze medal. 101.37. I said I felt he had something up his sleeve tonight here, Rodriguez. The invisible sleeve, of course, but there was no stopping his team. And Andre Brasil gets goal. The 2 Brazilians will be on the podium. Sandwiched in there is the Spaniard, David Levesque.
Andre Brasil, well, he was the class act of that field. He's won the championship before 3 times, lost out in Glasgow 2 years ago. He's back on top in 100 meters butterfly, 57.90 for Andre Brasil. David Levesque, closest to us. Well, we thought he might challenge there for the medals. It proved to be the case. And Felipe Rodriguez, well, he was holding on at the end there. 101.37 for Rodriguez, just to take it ahead of Ludwig Nyren, the young Swedish swimmer. Levesque finished strongly at the bottom. Rodriguez finished just ahead of Ludwig Nyren in the centre, but the champion they were all behind was Andre Brazil. Andre Brazil is the champion again, 57.90 ahead of Levesque and Rodriguez.
Yeah, you say about Brazil there, the only man inside 60 seconds, really controlled the race from start to finish. He and his mate walk off. Rodriguez is just grabbed him in a headlock and rubbed his head off camera. So those two go and celebrate. I did think that they'd be somewhere near the podium. Well done, David Levesque of Spain, getting himself in between them at the finish. Medals again next up. We're now into some of the races that we've seen this evening, of course. This one is the women's 400 freestyle S9 final.
Another dominating performance there from the winner, Marquez Soto. Only somewhere under 5 minutes in this S9 400 freestyle for women. Ashley Sims making a habit of this, being on that medal podium. Bronze in the 100, bronze in the 400 for the American. Sims 11.33, just ahead of Gordichuk in 4th position. And our teammate Hannah Aston in 5th, close behind as well. Zhu Jiling from China, the silver medalist. Time of 5:02.26, bronze medal last year in the Paralympic Games. She's a little bit closer to Mariah Marquez Soto last year than she was tonight. Couldn't quite live with the pace of the Spanish champion. So, Mariah Marquez Soto really have a great Paralympic Games in Rio 2016, but this year she has absolutely followed that up with some great performances here at these championships, and she has proved herself to be one of the best in the world in this S9 classification. 3 gold medals already to her name. We'll be having another final later on tonight. She's in the very last individual race, so she's got a chance to add to that tally, but for the time being she'll enjoy this gold medal and the anthem of Spain. Anthem of Spain. I said last night, I'm not singing along with that one because it's the only anthem in the world with no words.
It's like when you talk, Paul, I'm speechless.
Yeah, thanks for that.
More ceremonies to come in just a moment. I keep going to the Olympic.org website. You can go to the swimming section and keep up with all of the action. And handy thing is the medal tally automatically updates. So that's good. China still on 43. United States on 45. Italy now on 31. Brazil on 30. That little battle continues, but they've levelled up on gold. That's what I was looking for. Obviously, Andre Brazil getting that last gold medal a couple of moments ago. Now into the next medal ceremony. One dominant Mackenzie Cohen. That's where I was going with that tenuous link. Domination of Brazil. Matched here in the women's 400 freestyle S7 final by Mackenzie Cohen. Led from the very start, not just at the first touch of the wall at 37.07, but from the very moment they left the block, she looked like she was going to be dominant. Celine Delreis getting the bronze medal. Second for 150 metres. Drifted off in the final stages. Ida Andersson Wolf of Sweden. 6:30.40. And a smile there that tells you she appreciates this medal. Maybe more, or what she was achieving. But Mackenzie Cohen, very dominant in this S7 classification. And a real threat to anybody from anywhere in the S7 division at the moment. It's another gold. That makes it 3 here, 4 altogether in terms of medals. Helping her US teammates onto that 20 golds column.
Ladies and gentlemen,
big smile, Paul, big smile.
Anthem of the United States of America. Damas y caballeros, escuchemos respetuosamente el himno nacional de los Estados Unidos de América. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Pro Swimming medalists.
Another gold medal for the USA. Sweden and Belgium. I wonder if the USA can feel that they might catch the Chinese team in terms of golds. They stand 20 golds for the USA, 24 for China. Well, it will be doable. Make it quite an interesting last day of competition tomorrow. Chinese team very strong. And just looking at the events to come this evening. Both countries with chances of taking more medals.
Ceremony for the women 200 meters freestyle
Post contest come the end of the championships tomorrow. Hard to believe that we're almost at the end of the championships. It's been a quick week. Talking about those who contributing towards the top gold medal winning nation of these championships. Chinese gold and bronze medalists here in the women's 200 freestyle S5 classification. Zhao Qian won close contest for the bronze medal, less than a second ahead of Inbal Pizarro. Zhao Qian 303.95, Inbal Pizarro 304.72. There's Sarah Louise Rong, second place all the way through that 200 freestyle. She was the champion 3 times in a row prior to this swim here. She's the silver medalist tonight. Sarah Louise Wrong takes another medal for Norway. And in first position,
Gold medal.
next to the great Norwegian,
Swimming champion.
is the new champion,
Republic of China.
Zhang Li of China.
Medalla de oro y campeona representando a la República
Started
Popular
off
de
at a
China,
pace
Zhang Li.
and just increased her lead as the 200 progressed through. She was 2 seconds ahead after 50, 3 seconds ahead after the 100, 4 seconds ahead after the 150, and ended 5 seconds ahead of Sarah Louise
Ladies
Wrong
and gentlemen, the
in the
national
silver
anthem
medal
of the
position.
Republic of China.
Gold in the women's 200 freestyle
Escuchemos respetuosamente
S5
el himno nacional
goes
de la
to
República
Zhang Li
Popular de
of China.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico
Well, the champion
2017
joined that
World
national
Swimming
anthem.
medalist.
Sarah Louise Wrong.
Damas y
Yao
caballeros,
Kuan
los
make their way
medallistas
over.
del Mundial de Paranatación
The
México
photographs.
2017. Un fuerte aplauso.
Zhang Li is the champion. Chinese team going to do their utmost to try and stay ahead of the Americans, that's for sure. This last day and a bit of competition.
Sarah Louise Wrong having got half of Norway's medal collection on her own. Her fourth medal of the competition. As we say, lots of experienced swimmers here. Wrong only has one goal. She's normally used to getting a lot more. Adam Venom and Bjornstad getting the others. A long way to go before they can catch the rest of the top 10. But impressive, small
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the
collection of
athletes
swimmers.
men's
10th
100 meters
in the list, so
S8.
take that as a victory. Men's 100 butterfly S8 coming up. Paul will give you a brief explanation of S8 now.
Yeah, S8. Well, as you said before, S1 to S10, those for physical impairments, so the S8 is towards the top level of ability, so they have minimal impairment. And a number of these swimmers will be swimming just with the use of one arm. They are arm amputees right from the shoulder, or they have arms that don't work from the shoulder. Ju Haijo and Yang Guaolong will be the favourites for this 100 metres butterfly. Can the local favourite, Andrade Guilen, cause an upset from lane 2?
Silva de Sousa in 1, Andrade Guillen in 2, Robert Griswold of the United States in 3, Ju and Yang. Going to be tough to beat these pair. Golos of Poland is in 6, Andres Onia in 7, and Martinez Fernandez in 8. On the rare occasion, Paul, we've got all 8 lanes. Not been so.
Well, it is S8, we've got 8 lanes.
There you go, that's pretty much how it works then, is it? There's no getting away from the fact that teams not being here, for whatever reasons they've chosen, does impact on the level of competition in a certain way. It also impacts on the fact that scheduling has been a lot harder for the guys and girls of the IPC, but well done to them for for managing to get this together. And it has been a great World Championships. You can't fault that. We've had some wonderful swims. World records and championship records. How will these gentlemen fare in the 100 fly S8 final?
Well, it's almost a trademark start there from Ju Hai-jo. Left on the blocks, but as he comes into the water, he immediately goes into the lead. And these two Chinese swimmers in the middle, they are just an absolute pleasure to watch. Ju Hai-jo in the bottom of those yellow lanes, and Yang Guilong in lane number 5, also going well. Robert Griswold in the early stages for the USA, but it's Ju Hai-jo into the turn, 28.72. Well, the Chinese swimmer has come out that turn like an absolute rocket. Here we go for Ju Hai-jo. He is heading home and heading for gold for China. It is Yang in second position. Griswold trying to hold on to third ahead of Michael Gollis. But here comes Ju Hai-jo from China into the last 5 meters. He is going to take the title. And it's gold for Ju Hai-jo, 59.70. A sensational swim, a championship record for Zhu.
And bronze has indeed gone Mexico's way. Andrade Guillen coming in 104.06. It's a championship record for Ju Hai-jo in the men's 100 butterfly S8, 59.70. Second, Yang Guilong, 102.37. And again, happy Mexican crowd. Luis Andrade Guillen getting bronze. That time from Zhu there, Paul, 59.70. You talk about the start, there it was. He's already ahead within 15 meters, despite, as you say, not being the quickest off the block. 59.70, new championship record. And the record from Song Maodang in Rio, 59.19. If he can work on that start, there's a bit more there, isn't there?
If he can get off the blocks, he'll get another second, that's for sure. Andrade Guillen pleases the home crowd with a bronze medal performance for Mexico. Yang the silver for China, but a championship record and another championship title for Ju Hai-jo of China.
Michael Gollis, 104.31. Not far away from getting himself a medal and picking up Poland's 7th. It's not to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the athletes for
And again, we talked about Mexico having a great tournament. It's another medal they've added to the list.
Yeah, they're doing great, aren't they?
There is an obvious association with holding a championships and having a good event. It is a thing. You know, we saw it in Brazil. They had a great time. We saw it in London. They had a great time. And it's happening here for Mexico. They're using the vibe, shall we say, of the crowd. It's certainly helping them along. They've got 28 medals now.
Very good for Mexico. That is a big tally. That must be their biggest ever tally of World Championships, that's for sure. Men's 200 meters individual medley SM13. The great Ihar Boki. Can anyone challenge the great man from Belarus? He goes in lane 4. Well, I suspect the answer to that question, Alan, is he's not going to be challenged in this individual medley SM13. He is far and away quality in this field, Ihar Boki.
The job of the commentator is, you know, of course, to bring something to life, to tell the story of what's happening. And a lot of the times we want people to understand that it could be close or you could get a surprise. But often our job is harder because we don't just want to say the most obvious thing, and we don't want to sound like we're being, I don't know, demeaning to anybody else. We're genuinely not. But Ihar Boki is such a dominant force in this event. 2:03.79, what he did in Montreal. So can the championship and record holder continue to add to his medal tally here in Mexico City? I've written down a couple of things there, Paul. Brilliant Boki, the Minsk Marauder, They're all little, but they're theirs to be had, aren't they? They're what he is. Gold in 2010, gold in 2013, gold in 2015, and London, and Rio. 2:04.02 in Rio. Wasn't his world record championship pace, and probably today won't be either, but he leads already. 26.60. Let's look at some of the others though. Agalakov turning here in 28.94. Agalakov chasing down from Kazakhstan, out there in lane 2. In third position is Jeremisos Linos, and he turns in third position in a time of 30.08. Antti Antero Latika will be hoping to be in the mix. He was fourth at the first turn. He's from Espoo in Finland. He's studying physics at the University of Helsinki. Only made it as far as the heats in Rio. Here he is with a chance. Bocchi has broken the 100-metre world record.
Well, that's unusual for that. I'm not sure that these captions are right.
No,
here.
I'm not. What's going on there?
100 metres I'm not sure he'll be able to do that. But,
we've got letters all over screens here that make no sense whatsoever. That's what I was trying to point out to Paul. He was looking the opposite way. I'm not quite sure what that's trying to tell us here, Paul, but nonetheless...
We'll just forget that one, I think. E.R. Bocchi coming to the final turn here. There's no one in sight for E.R. Bocchi, but it's a very close contest for second, you have to say.
He could swim as badly in this last 50 as the person operating our screens could, in terms of delivering letters on a screen. Our timing system's gone, so don't look at us for anything here. Bocchi, I believe, turned in 1:38.47. The clock is stopped at the bottom of the screen. We apologise for that as well. But Bocchi, according to our screens, 1:38.47 at the turn. In your camera shot, you can see nobody else. It's demanding a round of applause from Ihar Bocchi. 2:07.50. He's blasted the rest of the field away. They're still not home. There's about 8 metres left for the second, and the second place is going to go to Linos of Greece. He's got a right tussle on his hands as he comes in. But this man here, Ihar Bocchi, has gold. It's silver for Linos. It's bronze for Oteza. 2:25.43, had a right battle with Latika in the end, who went second, fourth, Latika during that race. Well, you've got to swim to your strengths. Ihar Bocchi has bashed his way through to another gold. How many is that now, Paul?
6 gold for Ihar Bocchi at this championship. He is the Belarus champion here, and he will take another gold in the 200 metres individual medley. 6 gold here, and he has 15 from previous World Championships. 21 goals in total for Ihar Bocchi.
You see what I mean? The Minsk Marauder. He's away.
That's good.
You like that?
We'll need to adopt that.
You've written that down, haven't you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Bocchi was easy, but the Minsk Marauder.
The Belarus Bullet takes another goal.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
We need to think about this. Ihar Bocchi is the champion. 2:07.50. It's Linos from Greece. 2:24.93, winning a close contest for silver against Salguero, Oteza, and Antti Latika.
The Juice from Belarus.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Hey, see,
I like that. It's good. Yeah,
he's writing all these down,
yeah.
you know.
That's good. Use that one.
Latika.
He's going to be around for a while, Ihar Bocchi,
Yes.
I think. So
We're going to have to make some more of it.
together.
Yeah, we're going to have to make some more of it.
Yeah.
Agalakov, who was second in the first turn, so showed his strength in that one, the early part of the race, but wasn't to be in the end. He came in fifth. Vaskevich, Belarus. At least he's got somebody good to train with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about having a nice role model to be around.
Belarus have got reasonably strong team. So gold medalist there, Izatov, and also Zutalav as well. So 4 swimmers there. I mean, if the relay events come back in for the visually impaired, Belarus are going to be tough to beat. China again at the top of this medal rostrum. And the S2 race, it was a cracking race, that one. Chinese swimmers in 1 and 2 reversing their positions as we went through that 200 metres freestyle. Let's trace it, that's fun. Out to the medal podium to present medals tonight. Basically, charge of IPC swimming. Go for some gold.
I think it's the first time I've seen her present a medal.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Good race you picked.
Yeah, it was a cracking race, this one. Barrera from Chile, it's his second medal of these championships. Only the second Chilean medalist in the World Paralympic Games.
There was a slight disappointment on his face at the end of it. I think he fancied he could have gone a little bit more there, but leaving away now, obviously.
It was a lifetime best, America's record for the man from Chile. Zhu Liankang, well, he led for a long period of that race, but it was almost a carbon copy of the race that we saw in Rio last year when he led and then was overtaken by his teammate Lu Benying in the closing stages. Championship record for the gold medalist, 4:02.72 for Lu Benying. And, well, it's the old adage, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It wasn't quite a marathon, but it was a 200 freestyle rather than a 100 or a 50. And he came out on top. He was a leader at the end of that 200. He swam the perfect race, and he is the world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017
Gold medal for China, gold, silver.
Damas y caballeros, los medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación México 2017. Un fuerte aplauso.
5 medals in total, 25 of them gold. Equal medal numbers with the USA. We also have 45. 20 gold for the USA compared to 25 for China. Chile have unearthed a star swimmer at these World Championships, that's for sure. We will see Berto Albaza, future games, still towards Tokyo. America's record today, a lifetime best for him, and that's the place to do it at the World Championships. Have a couple of medal presentations on their way. Next one, men's 50 freestyle S3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S3. Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación de
S3 medals
estilo libre
now, and
varonil.
this one certainly didn't disappoint. There was a smattering of medals all over the place, and African record for Yusuf El Sayed of Egypt, not on the podium, but worth a mention, of course. Vincenzo Boni of Italy swam a 46.71 in the final. Boni seems rather chipper with his performance. It was America's record in second. Then the silver goes to the locals once again. Diego Lopez Diaz, 39.70. It's another in the tally for Mexico, 28 in total. Well, it's been a good last hour or so for China. Not only are they still top of the medal podium, but they've picked up a few more silvers and bronzes as well. They've actually levelled themselves up on 45 for total medals with the US. So a world record swim here in this men's 50 freestyle S3. Huang Wenpan, 38.81 His own world record from Rio obliterated.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Over 4/10 of a second taken off over 50 meters. He's always impressive.
Escuchemos respetuosamente el himno nacional de la República Popular de China. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Pro Swimming medalists. Damas y caballeros, los medallistas del Mundial de
Another world record here
Paranatación México
in Mexico City,
2017.
but
Un fuerte
you have to
aplauso.
say, Alan, that Wang Wenpan was made to work for that record, made to work for that gold medal by Lopez Diaz taking the silver, because he went out like a rocket, didn't he? Lopez Diaz had forced the Chinese swimmer to dig in. But for an S3 classification, a time of 38.81. Remember, these swimmers got very limited use of their limbs. And 38.81 is an incredible performance to take that one. And Lopez Diaz under 40 seconds as well. He has really had an amazing championships. He's caused a few shocks, few surprises. He'll be one that people will be keeping an eye on
Ladies and gentlemen,
when they
the
come to
medal
future
ceremony
events.
for the men's 100 meters
More ceremonies then. Men's 100 backstroke S14 victory ceremony to come. You stick around, there's plenty of racing left here tonight. Got 3 more races by my math, which for the Nottinghamshire education isn't always that good. Women's 200 IM to come in the S13 class. We've got the men's women's 100 butterfly as well, and the men's 4x1 medley relay. But well, this will be a big moment for a young man picking up her first ever gold medal. His parents are up in the crowd supporting along, and they seemed extremely emotional a bit earlier on. Can't understand why. Bronze went to Yannick van der Putten. This one, the Belgian had to compete hard with his own compatriot. Parmentier missing the podium by just 0.06, 6/100ths of a second, separating the two Belgians. Robert Isaac Johnson, who has family here as well. There's a lady right at the bottom end of the pool area holding up 2 Icelandic flags. 106.99 for Robert Isaac Johnson. But there was no stopping the man they call Larry, Lawrence Sapp. 106.42. It might not be Emeliantsev style 59.26. You ask him if he cares. You ask him if he's bothered. Because what he is the world champion. And his folks are bouncing in the stands. Every moment of this caught on camera. You can also go home and watch it back with us talking about it as well. But well done, Lawrence Sapp, from myself and Paul. It's great to see a beaming smile on the podium. That's just what we've got.
USA making
Damas y
a
caballeros,
lot of
los
noise there.
medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación
And
México 2017.
Parents of
Un
Larry
fuerte
Sapp
aplauso.
will savour this moment, as will all the medalists. Look at that. What a great picture that all going to be.
I don't think he can get his mouth any wider. He wants to. Huge smile. Why not? Why not indeed?
He took the chance while it was there. He is the world champion. Can't argue with that.
Not at all. Not at all. And the American coaches have got something to work with. You know, he's young. He's clearly very hungry. He's enjoying it, and that's, you know, Paul, you probably have swimmers who come into teams that you've been a part of, and you can sense they don't enjoy it, therefore they don't move on that next level. He's beaming.
Oh, you'll take a lot from this. He'll go back, train harder, and watch out for him come the major championships in the years to come. Women's 200 metres individual medley is 13.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the
Again,
athletes for the women
an event for swimmers with a visual impairment. And we see one of the stars of this championship coming out, Carlotta Gili from Italy. Colleen Young from the USA had a good heat as well. Breaststroke champion. She could do in this 200 metres individual medley. Carlotta Gili will look to add to her gold medal tally here in Mexico in the women's 200 metres individual medley, SM13. Can the USA's Colleen Young challenge?
Well, the young lady from Turin has a host of other teenagers that want that title, but as we've seen from the record books, Carlotta Gili breaking the world record in time for those previously scheduled world championships, of course. That time of 2:23.62. Rebecca Myers not taking part in this, not on the podium a little bit earlier as well, so we wish her well. Away they go then. Can anybody pull out a rabbit from a hat? Because that's what you need when you've got a world record holder in the water with you. You need something special, something big. What have you been thinking about all day? Have you rested properly? Have you eaten properly? Have you trained hard? Colleen Young might be the best one to answer that question. She goes in lane number 5, the lady from St. Louis, third champs. No medals in this event, a bronze in Rio. But can she push Carlotta Gili as they come to the wall? The answer's no. 29.34. Eda Beltran is closest, but that's 3 seconds down. The battle for silver will be good, Paul, but Gili is going to take this.
Well, Gili is 1/100th outside world record pace at the end of that butterfly leg there. And Colleen Young trying to chase her down. Colleen Young's the breaststroke champion. We thought she might make inroads in the breaststroke leg, but boy, she's going to have to really pull up strongly on Carlotta Gili because the Italian is away and clear of the others at the halfway point. An eye on the clock says that she is 0.2 of a second outside world record pace. Colleen Young now moved into second. Can she come back in the breaststroke? It's a tough ask because she's 7 seconds down. And in third place, it's the Spanish swimmer, Adriano Eda Beltran.
1:07.14 then for Gili, 1:14.07. That's the gap already. It's the numbers reversed. 1:15.48 for Eda Beltran. Fourth position then, 1:17.59 was the other Spanish swimmer in this final, Marianne Polo Lopez, as they head back down then. Dominant here from Carlotta Gili. Can she add another gold medal here? Can she add another title to her already growing accolades that she's picked up here in Mexico City? 1:51.83 at the turn, heading back down. The world record holder in 2:23.62. Not sure if that's under threat here, but at 150, she is well away.
And Carlotta Gili heading for home now. She's just outside world record pace by around about half a second. She is an extremely strong freestyler. She is going to bring this one home. It's another goal for Italy. Can she challenge that world record of 2:23.62? It's going to slip by, but it's gold for Italy. And it's another gold for Carlotta Gili. She has had a superb championships. She doesn't disappoint. Another gold medal. Carlotta Gili ahead of Colleen Young and ahead of Edo Beltran. That is your top three, but Carlotta Gili dominated that one again.
Well, that's a fourth gold medal, age 16. We've seen these stories before, haven't we, somewhere?
It's just a superb find for the Italian team. And as we said before, earlier tonight, they've just found some amazing youngsters that have come through at these championships. There was Carlotta Gili in the butterfly. She led. We thought Colleen Young might have a chance to come back on the breaststroke, but she was just too far behind the Italian. And Carlotta Gili, well, if she goes in the lead in the freestyle, she's going to hold on to that.
It's a Gili good job from Carlotta to take gold. Colleen Young in silver. And Ariadna Edo Beltran with bronze.
Now we've got a breath back.
Yeah, sometimes you have to write down what you said to believe it. Carlotta Gili, 25.92.
We're going to do some pun revision.
Señoras y señores, presentamos a los atletas que competirán en la prueba de 100 metros mariposa S9.
Women's 100 butterfly S9 up next.
This will be a good race, this one. Difficult to predict where this one's going to go.
United States of
Some
America.
of the world's top S9 butterfliers in this one, including the top two from the Paralympic Games in Rio. And that was a really close contest back in 2016.
It's going back a peg there. That's 15 goals for Italy.
Inlay number 4, representing
Superb championships they've had. They could not have coped. Could not have coped. They could not have hoped
Inlay
to go
number
for
5,
15 goals in
representing
these games.
Spain,
Zhu Ling goes in lane 4 of the women's 100 butterfly S9 final. Sophia Concoli and Sarah Gascon are on the outside of that. There's some good names here in this one.
Sarah Gascon was beaten by 0.1 of a second by Zhu in Rio. She will be looking to avenge that defeat tonight.
So our final individual race of the night. Sims, Gurichuk, Concoli, Zhu, Gascon, Marquez, Soto, Markkanen and Gakuli.
Talk about the swimmers who are here and who are not here. This field, absolute quality. All three Paralympic medalists in the field for this 100 meters butterfly S9. Zhu in lane 4 was the champion, but Sarai Gascon will be looking to avenge that defeat. She goes in lane number 5 with the black hat of Spain, and also Barrera Marquez Soto, already 3 gold medals to her name at these championships. Can she pull off a shock and beat the big two? It's Spain 1 and 2, I think, as they come to the turn. Sarai Gascon maybe just with the edge, but Zhu is a very strong finisher, the Chinese swimmer.
Zhu Ling then chasing down on Sarai Gascon, who turns on 33.25. Barrera Marquez Soto, 33.54. Then it was indeed Zhu Ling as they come through the final, or coming towards the final 25-meter marker. Right down there in 5 is Gascon, and she is just holding off. On her right-hand side, she's got Soto. On her left-hand side, she's got Zhu Ling. These three are the ones going to take the medal, and at the moment, Gascon is hanging on. She's going to keep the gas on as Sarai Gascon into the final 5, because here comes Zhu Ling. Oh, she's got there. Gascon was running out of water, thankfully for her, but Zhu Ling, if I tell you what, if we'd have got another 2 or 3 meters, I think Zhu Ling takes that.
Well, it was only 100 meters, not 102, and Sarah Gascon is the champion in the women's 100 meters butterfly. She gets her revenge over Zhu Ling. The margin of victory, only 9/100ths of a second.
Well, you see straight from the blocks, Gascon pushed to the front in lane 5. Ling, at this point, was quite a way back, but actually, into those final 10, you could sense that Gascon was just starting to slow. Real close between Soto and Xiaoling, Xu Xiaojie. It's 109.61, 110.27, but 109.52, just 9/100ths of a second, Paul. So Gascon is world champion just from Xu Xiaoling, and Maria Marquez Soto takes the bronze.
It's another good finish from Xu as well, wasn't it? She was coming back really strongly at the closing stages there, and Sarai Gascon, well, she left everything in the pool, that's for sure, and she has got a reward this time.
That's one of those where the coach starts pulling their hair out. Where did I lose 0.09? Where did you not follow what I said? What was it? Was it the turn? Was it the start? 0.09, that could be the start. Simple as that.
No, it could be anything, absolutely anything. It's just, you know, you can't see it from the naked eye, 9/100ths of a second. But, you know, these two were close last year. It looks like the rivalry is going to continue and continue. It's one each now. One to Xu last year, one to Sarai Gascon this year.
And that, you know, that's only good for the classification, isn't it? To have two monsters of the game going at it, and that'll only help those around them. That's for sure. So we've got the women's 100 backstroke S14 medal ceremony now.
Bronze medal representing Sweden.
A young lady who has shown very good form this week. We picked her out earlier in the week as being someone who we thought looked in good shape. That's Janina Breuer from Germany, winner of this 100 backstroke S14. Bronze medal this time for Pernilla Lindberg. Smile from a Swedish competitor. 2 golds in the last couple of days for Lindberg. She's had a great championship and picks up another medal here in the 100 backstroke. Kang Jongyen from Korea. Silver medal for the Korean. Koreans haven't had a great day in the pool today, but this will make up for it. A medal, silver medal in the women's 100 backstroke S14. Got the champion. And a really good performance from Janina Breuer. She was one of the youngest swimmers in the German team for the Paralympics. She is only 19 years of age. From 111.02. She is the world champion in 100 backstroke S14. Janina Breuer.
Escuchemos respetuosamente el himno nacional de Alemania. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Paralympic
Janina Breuer
medalist.
takes the gold for Germany.
Damas y caballeros, los
third
medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación México 2017.
2 gold
Un
medals
fuerte
for
aplauso.
Nürnberg Maike Schnittger and 1 for Janina Breuer. Second German gold medalist this week at these championships.
Yeah, 3 altogether. 11 medals Germany have picked up.
Got quite a small team this time, Germany.
I noticed the coaching staff is less as well. They've normally got a guy called Mike Zay here, and Mike's not here, but I'm sure he's watching on. And Argentina's coaching staff is a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal
Thanks, Juan.
ceremony for
Here.
the women 50 meters freestyle
Again,
S4.
the change of
Damas y
date for the
caballeros,
important
la
circumstance
ceremonia de premiación
meant that a lot of
de
teams had to
50 metros
reshuffle
estilo libre
what they were
S4
doing. Now,
femenil.
this, another cracker from a little bit earlier on. It was just watching Monica Boggioni power away to a championship record, an Asian record as well for the Chinese athlete in third, and that's the lady who get her medal first here. 43.03, new Asian record for Chen Jiao, People's Republic of China.
Medalla de bronce representando a la República Popular de
So,
China.
wait for the cheer for silver, eh?
There is Cheng receiving her medal. And Cheng and Monica Boggioni have had a couple of really good tussles this week. They've driven each other on to good times. Another Asian record for Cheng. A silver medal for Nelly Miranda Herrera from Mexico. Real popular figure. She was a flag bearer for the Mexican team in the Rio Paralympic Games. Really popular character. She has been on the Mexican team. She is another one of those long-serving Mexican swimmers who really relishing her time here at home World Championships. Silver medal for her. She's delighted with that.
And a good time, you know, 42.97. I know she's the championship record holder, but you know, age does eventually start to come into consideration. She's not the youngest in this field by any stretch of the imagination. Monica Boggioni, though, a gold medal winner, a championship record, and again, this is somebody who's going to grow into para swimming, grow into your memory bank of names. The Italians get an anthem again.
Boggioni, the gold medal to add to her tally. Seen some great races in this class this week. Cheng responded to the challenge of the newcomer, Boggioni. That has made this class, it's improved the standard of this class, it's pushed them on. We've seen record performances almost all the way. Boggioni a championship record tonight. What about Nelly Miranda Herrera? Saw her a little bit of difficulty at the end of one of the races a few days ago. She had to get stretchered away. Didn't appear for a race the day after. But now she's back, looking healthy. And a silver medal winner for the host nation. Another ceremony, men's 50 butterfly S6.
Ceremony for the men's 50 meters butterfly S6. Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación.
Another close race, but not for first position. Medals for well, between second and eighth, we're only separated by just over a second, 1.2 seconds between 7 swimmers.
Republic of China. Medalla de bronce, representando a la República Popular de
The bronze
China.
medal from China, 17-year-old Yang Hong. Great record in this event. Chinese swimmers, they have had world champions. The last 4 or 5 world champions have been from China in this men's 50 butterfly S6.
Silver medal, representing Brazil.
Represented on the podium
Medalla
again
de plata,
in
representando
bronze
a
medal
Brasil.
position.
Talison
Alison Glock, gold medalist yesterday in the backstroke. Silver medalist today in the butterfly.
Oh, it's been beaten by an excellent swimmer, let's put it that way. Nelson Crispin,
Gold medal.
25-year-old,
17 World Bar Swimming Champion,
2 golds,
representing Colombia.
the 100 breaststroke earlier in the competition as well. The 100 freestyle silver. He's still got 2 more races to come. The men's 50 freestyle, the men's 200 IM S6 events are still in his schedule, so he's a busy last 2 days as a 25-year-old, but does he look bothered? Not a jot.
Now he'll be looking forward to them even more. Gold medal to his name tonight, maybe more to follow again. Nelson Crispin, the champion in 50 meters butterfly. Nelson Crispin takes the applause, the crowd there applauding the Colombian. We saw Colombian team staff and the head of the Colombian Paralympic Association supporting him there. I was introduced to him last night, Alan. Colombians are a great bunch of a great team. We shared a hotel with them last year at the European Championships, I remember. And they absolutely, well, I think you're wondering why are Colombia in the European Championships, you might ask, but it was a European Open. So they decided to come compete in the Open events. And,
they enjoyed it, if I remember rightly. They were really happy.
An absolute team. And they saw me a couple of days ago and they're like, whoa, hello. No, real characters.
They were the only people using the gym from the entire hotel. Every time I went down to there was a swimming pool there, and every time me and you went down there, they were the only people using the gym ever.
Right. But if the other guests were a bit like me and you, though, you know, you wouldn't expect them, people like us to be in the gym.
I was looking for a gym. He was the man who was paying me.
We're off for another final. It's a relay. We love a relay.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Argentina, Brazil, and the United States are scheduled to compete in this. We've had sort of one-team relays so far this week. Don't quite give you the same drive, do they? But 3 teams taking part in this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the athletes for the men's 4x100 meters.
Talked a little bit about the strength of the Brazilian team last night when we had Juan Lima de Souza win the breaststroke event, and you know, you have the kind of world superstars, Daniel Diaz, Felipe Rodriguez and Andre Brazil, as 3 members of your relay team.
There, it's done.
That's it, isn't it? It's going to be, well, you know, get me in that team.
Part of me says just find somebody that can get in the water. After that, we'll be fine. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Men's 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. Argentina and the USA will chase the favourites, Brazil. Argentina won a medal in the first relay. We saw the men's 4x100 freestyle. In fact, it's the 3 same teams that won the medals on day 1 of the competition. I remember this race very well from the Paralympics because Brazil came from a long way back to claim a bronze medal, and the roof of the stadium just lifted off as they came from behind. And that's what can happen in a 34-point relay. It's about a combination of classes. The 4 points cannot exceed 34 points. The 4 classifications cannot exceed 34 points. It's Argentina closest to us in lane 3. Paul Carlimaggio will go first for them. Daniel Diaz in the centre of the 3 teams goes for Brazil, and Ty Dutcher for the USA is in lane number 5. The top of your screen there. Good start though from Carlimaggio. He leads them out, the S8 swimmer from Argentina.
Diaz will have his work cut out, but as you say, you could find an S5 swimmer that can just about keep pace with an S8. You are in for some good relay races. Carlimaggio from Argentina. Carlimaggio chasing down towards the start block end. The first change coming. Carlimaggio in second because USA have an S10 in Ty Dutcher leading them off. Now hand over to Zach Shatuk. Carlimaggio will hand over to Oriana. Oriana keeps his team second. Daniel Diaz coming in now to hand over to Juan Felipe Lima de Souza. That's the 1-2-3.
It's always quite dramatic the way that Brazil swim the medley relay, because you always put Daniel Diaz off first, and it's not really by design, it's because of the strength in the various strokes of the swimmers that make up the 4 people. So they have to put Daniel Diaz off first. He's an S5, and as good as he is, he's not going to be on pace with the likes of an S8 or an S10 in the early stages of that relay. So they're always going to come from behind, but you know, what a finish they've got. The 2 S10 swimmers, Andre Brazil will do the butterfly, and Felipe Rodriguez will do the freestyle. But the breaststrokers, no slouch either. He was the champion yesterday, and that is Juan Felipe Lima de Souza, and he's coming through the centre of the Argentinian team and the US team. And it looks like Brazil, with the 2 big S10 hitters to come, are going to lead this at the halfway point. Argentina with Oriana will be in second position, and Zach Shatuk will be in third. Andre Brazil is in for Brazil, Pugliero in for Argentina, and Griswold in for the USA.
Fair play Shatuk there, swimming against an S9 and an S8, so he knew he was going to have his work cut out there. He's just about kept America close to Argentina. Marco Pugliero goes now, an S9 following an S9, whereas America will have S8s for the rest of this one. Griswold will hand over to Sewell in a moment. They're not going to catch Andre Brazil. We can put the gauntlet down for that now, and we can lay out the red carpet for these guys. They'll come home and take it. So it's going to be a goal for Brazil, barring a terrible changeover, and Felipe Rodriguez has got to get that right. The world record and championship record standing from 2015, 4:06.09. Griswold, Pugliero and Brazil come back down towards the wall. No stopping Andre Brazil. Will be very conscious there's nobody around him. And you notice Rodriguez there wasn't desperate to get in. He made sure Andre Brazil had touched. There was no trying to eke an extra half a second anywhere. And they should be comfortable from here on in.
Felipe Rodriguez stroking away, stretching away from the others. It's Barrera for Argentina in second position, So for the USA in third place, but Felipe Rodriguez, well, again, a little bit of procession here for the Brazilian team in the closing stage of this one. 401.66 for Rodriguez at that final turn, and it was always going to be a tough ask for anyone to challenge this team from Brazil. They have got 3 world superstars and a new world champion in Lima de Souza on the breaststroke leg. Felipe Rodriguez will bring them home. The team of Diaz, Brazil, Lima de Souza and Rodriguez will be crowned as the world champions from Brazil. 432.23. The silver will go to Argentina, brought home by Amicar Guerra, and the bronze medal will go to the team from the USA, being brought home by Roderick Sewell, the S8 swimmer. He finishes now. It's bronze to the USA, silver to Argentina, but there is the anchor man for the champions. Felipe Rodriguez brings home the team for Brazil for the gold medal.
Brazilian flag flying with pride as always. And always a smiley team, aren't they? You have to put your neck on the line. You'd have to say they were one of the smiliest teams we've got around the circuit. Always having fun. I was talking to Felipe Rodriguez before the competition started, and he was explaining, you know, whatever's happened in the past has happened. The championships are now. We're here. We're going to enjoy ourselves, and I thought that was the thing that struck me. It wasn't, yeah, we've been, you know, he wasn't stretching to talk to me about how much they've trained extra or how difficult it had been, or, you know, they'd have to move everything. There was no issues about that. It was all about, hey, look, we're here. We're going to have fun, and we're going to try and win some medals. And that's what you need. That's the attitude you need from them, isn't it?
It is what it is, he said.
It is what it is. Brazil take it from Argentina. United States in third, 4:32.23.
Well, final swimming action of the night. We do have, of course, medal ceremonies just to tidy things up for this evening. Another gold medal there for Daniel Diaz. By my reckoning, that brings him level with Jessica Long again on 30 gold medals each. Incredible record for these two. But Jessica Long was just over here just a second ago. I was going to try and grab a quick word with her, but I think she's probably gone back to her team now. Just to make sure our math was correct. This was a good race here. The victory ceremony for the men's 100 butterfly S9. Swimmer who won, you have to say, an unexpected gold medal last year in Rio. Followed it up, he's now the world champion. There's no doubting his credentials now. Alongside him, 2 familiar figures, 2 great rivals, competed against each other for many years. It's good to see them back on the medal podium, especially this man in bronze medal position, Jose Maria Alcaraz. Tracy Glassford, another stint at presenting the medals. IPC's Primo in Bonn. But Jose Maria Alcaraz gets a bronze medal. Last couple of major championships, he's really suffered with illness and injury. 2 medals now for Maria Alcaraz. He'll be very pleased to be back on that medal podium. One of the great servants for the Spanish team in recent years. And there is Federico Morlacchi, the world record holder in 100 meters butterfly silver for Morlaki, champion back in the World Champs in 2013, which would probably be considered as his breakthrough meet. Since then, he's been right at the top of the world stage, and there's the Greeks. Demosthenes Michelinzakis takes the gold medal. Man that we first saw, Alan, at the GB Open Championships a few years before he went up to reach the heights of Paralympic and world champion. But he's there now, he's one of the world's very, very best, and he takes gold in the 100 butterfly for Greece. Really enjoying that Greek national anthem. Demosthenes Michelinzakis. Morlaki, medal. Spoke to Morlaki last night, enjoying himself here at the championships, enjoying the performance of the Italian team. There's Michelinzakis, gold medal for him. Jose Marie on the medal podium again. He's pleased to be back. 100 butterfly for S10, the next presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 100 meters.
Interesting this morning that the three main contenders, we would have expected other guys who turned up on the medal podium tonight, but the three youngsters actually finished ahead of them in the heats and must have thought they had a chance to get on to the podium ahead of the three experienced campaigners, but they were a little bit too wily, a little bit too wise for the young guys.
I know there's a lot of green on the screen, but maybe there was a little bit of green in the starting lineups of that race as well. Yeah, maybe, you know, the staff around them were trying to say, look, just keep calm. You've got ahead of them, but you've got to beat them in the water a second time. Rodriguez has another medal. His tally grows as well. He will go down in Brazilian folklore in para swimming as much as Andre Brazil will. You need someone to push you all the way. They've had each other for a while now. Silver, David Levesque, 60.77. He'll know all about these two as well. But Andre Brazil, 57.90. Top work from Brazil. The contributor of the 11 golds that Brazil have as a nation, and they'll stand together with Levesque for the anthem.
It's party time already here for Brazil. Got another one to come. The relay will present.
A lot of the team grew moustaches before they got here. Because they were going to Mexico.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Are you following suit on?
I have just not had time for a shave.
Ah, right, okay. Good. Nice to know.
You're the clean shaven one, remember, in this partnership. You always have been.
Yeah.
People always say, oh, you know,
Stop.
Alan, he's a bit rough.
Stop the grey beard coming through.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I
that Paul, he's clean.
clean.
He's a clean guy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'll take that.
the medal ceremony for the men 100
I like to look how my voice sounds rough. Men's 100 meter butterfly S8 ceremony now. Another championship record. Again, you know, we may have an absence of swimmers, but there are plenty here putting in the workload and getting the payday from it. So 57.0 was the time to beat, and the others couldn't do it. Bronze, this will get a good cheer, won't it? Luis Andrade Guillen, 104.06. That's the bronze for him, and a big cheer for the Mexicans that are still in the stands. Silver for Yang Guanglong. That time 102.37. Nobody else inside 60. Yang Guanglong couldn't stop his compatriot.
His compatriot is the tall figure of Zhu Haijiu, who takes another gold medal here at these championships. Makes up 4 gold medals for Zhu Haijiu of China. Championship record 59.70. Spoke about it in his race. He always last off the blocks, but he gets so much power from a dive that he comes up in front, and if he can go a little bit quicker, get a little bit of quicker reaction time, the world record might not be far away. It's a championship record tonight. It's gold for Zhu Haijiu, gold for China.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Paraswimming medalists. Damas y caballeros, los medallistas del Mundial de Paranatación México 2017.
This event here in Mexico, Zhu Haijiu. Real pleasure to watch him swim. Both those one-armed swimmers. Really, really excellent technique. 2 Chinese swimmers and the Mexican as well. Technique that was pioneered by Giles Long of Great Britain. I'm sure Giles was listening to some of the stream. Got a couple of messages from him earlier in the week. He was a pioneer of that one-arm technique. Oh, butterfly, former world champion himself.
Men's 200 metres individual medley SM30.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony
is what
for
we have
the
now.
men's
You see the Greek
200
flag
meters individual
flying
medley
high for
SM13.
all the right reasons.
Damas y caballeros, la
Ya
ceremonia de
hacemos
premiación de
líneas.
los 200 metros individual mixto SM13.
We had a machine malfunction halfway through this race. It kept telling us that Bucky had broke a 100-metre record, and we were looking at each other going, hang on a minute, it's a medley. How's he done that?
Iván Salguero Teiza.
Unless it's an event we don't know about, Paul, but I can't imagine it. Iman Salguero Orteza, 2:25.43. Not the first time we've seen Orteza on the podium at all. He has contributed to Spain's 38 medals. The Greek swimmer Gerasimos Limnos, 22 years of age. He's only a year behind Boki in age, but he's a mile behind in time-wise. Over the 200 individual medley, Boki was bashing it, 2:07.50. Another gold medal for the Belarusian. As a nation, they have 10 gold medals. He is, as expected, a hefty contributor of that. 6, with one event to come. The 100 free tomorrow. Who's going to stop him? Your guess is as good as mine. Belarus, top of the podium.
México 2017. Un fuerte aplauso.
With Limnos, Salguero, Orteza either side of him. Both had good championships. Silver and bronze medalists. They'll be happy with their work this week. 100 freestyle though. No one is going to touch Yarboki in that one. I'm sorry, Alan. I'm sorry. We're going to try and build this up as being a head-to-head, but really, Yarboki, the form that he's in, the only thing that's kind of missing from Yarboki this week is that he hasn't broken a record time, but he has had a lifetime best in the breaststroke, which is an event which he has kind of built up over the last few years. So he'll go back satisfied because he knows he's done a lifetime best. It's nice to get records, but when you are the world record holder already, it's, you know, something that it means you break a world record. It's a lifetime best, I think, will mean more to him than breaking a world record, I think. He's not the record holder in the breaststroke. No. So a lifetime best for him was a good performance. He'll go back happy with his week's work in Mexico City, and I think so will the young lady accepting the gold medal this time.
Yeah, I was going to say, you climb the mountain as an athlete, and then you want to stay there as long as you can. Oddly, Boki is at the mountain and jumping a bit to make himself even higher. This lady is, well, she's not quite at the bottom of the mountain. She's probably a quarter of the way up here because she will have made a lot of people pay attention this week. Carlota Gili. She was chased down by Ariadna Edo Beltran. She got the bronze in a time of 2:39.48. Colin Young is going to get the silver in this one, 2:33.40. But yeah, Gili is the lady who has now sort of said to the rest of the S13 division, hello, I'm here. And if you can do what Boki does, Diaz does, Jess Long has done, and reach the pinnacle, then your hard work really starts by stopping everybody from catching you. and you make yourself go quicker. And when you go even quicker, as you were talking about Bocky with not breaking world records because he hasn't been pushed here, Gilly will be pushed. But to stay at the top of that mountain, she'll have to get quicker, which will then mean records will tumble. They're already doing so. In Berlin this year, 2:23.62. Here, didn't have to get anywhere near that. 2:25.92 will do. The championship record stands, but Gilly stands on top of the podium as the gold medal winner. The Italians will hear their anthem one more time tonight. 15 gold medals for Italy. I have to say, that's a surprise to me. Ample.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Pro Swimming
We do like the
medalists.
Italian national anthem.
Damas y caballeros, los
Carlotta
medallistas
Gilly
del
has
Mundial de
tweeted it to us a number of times this week.
2017. Un fuerte aplauso.
All smiles for the medalists. 200 individual medley SM13 medalists make their way off. Two more medal presentations for us, and the race we're about to see the medals for. Great contest between two swimmers who are
Ladies and
forming
gentlemen,
a little bit of a rivalry in this event.
women 100 meters butterfly S9.
Two Spanish swimmers on the podium.
Damas y caballeros, la ceremonia de premiación de los
Sarai
100
Gascon
metros
in the middle.
mariposa
Well, she
de
left
Barrera
everything in the
Olympic
pool for that 100 meters butterfly. She looks fine now though,
Bronze medal,
standing in the gold medal position.
Spain. Medalla de bronce,
Also bronze to Spain, Nuria Marquez Soto.
Marquez Soto.
She'll be pleased with that. 18 years of age. She has had a great championship. She won a gold medal earlier this evening in the 400 freestyle, bronze this time in the 100 butterfly. Probably just about as much as
Silver medal,
she was hoping for, although she did challenge
China.
the leaders around about halfway down
Representando a la
that
República
second 50.
China, Zhu Jialing.
Zhu Jialing from China. 15 years of age, the Chinese swimmer. Won the Paralympic gold last year. Just ahead of Sarai Gascon. Tonight,
Gold medal
just behind the Spanish swimmer.
2017 World Pro Swimming
0.1 of a
champion,
second. Last
representing
year was the difference, 0.1 of a second. The other way was the difference tonight. 9 100ths, in fact, were what separated Zhu Jialing from the champion, Sarai Gascon of Spain. She has picked her events this week very carefully. She's done 2 events, she's got 2 gold medals. Still the best event to come.
Damas y caballeros,
Champion in the
escuchemos
100
respetuosamente
butterfly,
el himno
Sarai Gascon
nacional de
from
España.
Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexico 2017 World Pro Swimming medalists. Damas y caballeros, los medallistas del
confusion there
Mundial de
on the medal
Paranatación
podium.
México 2017.
No.
Un fuerte aplauso.
Two Spanish medalists, one Chinese. Sai Gascon will be delighted to get the better of Zhu Jieling on this occasion. Final medal presentation, 4 by 100 meters medley relay, 34 points for men. Dominant performance again by the gold medalists. Big favourites for this one pre-race.
Medley relay, 34 points.
Very strong for the Brazilians. The Argentinians again on the medal podium. They are kind of good championships, the Argentinians. Few medals, few unexpected medals.
Yeah, and
Bronze medal.
even though there's 3 teams in this,
States
you,
of America.
again, we said this a little bit earlier on, you've still got to get in without getting disqualified.
Estados Unidos de América.
Take it as you like, do it as a training exercise, or
USA.
do it and go for maybe a national record. Argentina have a silver here, USA have a bronze. You can't take them away at any point. So American team, Ty Dutcher, Zach Shattuck, Robert Griswold and Roderick Sewell. Sewell bringing it in at a time of 4:44.05.
Yeah, not a very experienced team from the USA, but they'll gain from
The silver medal.
the experience this week. Robert Griswold in the centre there, probably the best known of the Americans. And Argentina, they are really happy to be on the silver medal spot. Pipo Calamaggio, he led them off on the backstroke. Augustine Rihanna on the breaststroke. Marco Pugliero on the butterfly. Amilcar Guerra brought them home on the freestyle leg, pulling them ahead of the American team to claim the silver medal for Argentina.
Gold medal and 2017 World Pro Swimming Champion. Medalla de oro y campeones representando a Brasil.
So it is the team from Brazil. And well, the Brazilian coaching staff have danced around enough tonight, you'd think, but they're going to get another go at it in a minute, because the national anthem of Brazil will ring out here inside this fabulous arena. Daniel Diaz, Juan Felipe Lima de Souza, Andre Brasil, and on the final leg, Felipe Rodriguez. And the speed and power of that team is quite frightening to any around the world in para swimming. We finished the night with the Brazilian national anthem, not for the first or the last time in history.
El himno nacional de Brasil.
A fabulous evening comes to a close. China still lead the medal table. United States and Italy are enjoying themselves here. Brazil are in fourth with 15 golds. Join us for the final day of the World Para Swimming Championships tomorrow.